Welcome.
We have returned from the grave.
I mean, not for long though. You're going back into the grave in a
God
bit.
damn it! Don't say that.
Don't prod me. Yeah, welcome back. It's been a 2-week break. Reason being mostly my well-being, my concussion haven't been great. In conjunction with Luke/Eli not being here, and hopefully he'll be getting here within the hour, and we'll be able to continue today's game. I don't know how long we're going on for today, but depends on how fast they play. I mean, how good they do, right?
Oh,
Ooh. So we are currently on the way out of the city of Herta. The players had teleported there from Telit after having had a bit of a run-in with several parts of their backstories being chased, being given knowledge from Mother, and perhaps having other agents looking for them that they don't know about. Haha. The reason they came to Herta is because they want to get to Radilla, where one of the group's members needs to place an arcane teleportation device and allow a great party of mages to pass through and battle the Lich currently waging war on another country. So the party ends up coming to Herta, which has been invaded by the Holy Darien Dominion, and are thrust into battle where they have to fight not only for their own lives, but also for the citizens and the Raj that lives there. Now, they managed to, through very powerful alchemy, live through this by taking pills that basically extend their life force and almost kill them upon using them, and are assumingly worth a lot of money.
Don't do drugs, kids. That's what
Don't
we're
do
saying.
drugs, kids.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what we're saying.
I mean, do what you want, right? No. So in a show of gratitude, Raj Al Sarai gave them a bunch of different things. I believe Navin asked for some information about the Flux Forges and was given a book that pointed him towards the Har Aloe Ridge. Garrus asked for some money and some way of transportation, and you were given the best horses that could traverse the desert. Cohen asked for a piece of armor that would keep him a bit more safe, and was given a studded leather or glamoured studded leather armor, so he can also use that to take on fancy outfits. And our missing player asked for some braces of defense, because monks don't wear armor, and I've heard it's a good item. And we rejoined back at we're nearing the end of where are we here? 19th of Rain is the day that we are leaving on. And can Simon please start off with giving me a d12?
See? Come on, high roll.
Oh,
Been a long time. Come on.
You
Come
don't
on.
want a higher roll.
That's what I knew. I knew that.
No reason.
So, Nevin, you've had quite a restless night, having been first troubled a little bit by bad dreams, and then awoken and shown some bad shit. Cohen, who came back seeing Navin being awake already at 3:30 in the morning, probably also stays awake after the encounter with Demas, where some things were cleared out, but in the end,
Not
Demas
really.
basically said, I'm just so powerful, I don't really give a shit about the rules, and I'll do what I want. So you two probably sit in silence because you have so much to contemplate until Garrus wakes up with Eli. At around 6:37, I think, for Garrus is probably the norm. Feels like that. Maybe this is where you step in. Is he a sleeper or an early riser?
Early riser, I would say. Yeah.
So
Gears wakes up, starts to fiddle with a book, waiting for everyone else to be awake, not noticing that people are already up and about.
yeah. When you kind of slide away the door that you have been given out into the little garden that you guys have in the middle of your suites, you feel the hairs kind of react to the staticness of the atmosphere, and you hear thunder rolling far off. Could you give me an intelligence check, please?
Again?
With advantage.
Ooh, even better.
Ooh. I mean, it helps being a geography student.
Assuming that it wants to output.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna give you an athletics check.
Nice. 14 plus 4 instead. So that's 18. That wasn't with advantage, but we'll roll with it. The land here is very, like, the actual land, like we're talking, the earth is probably very wet already. Especially with there being so many rivers floating around. If you don't hurry to get out, the rain is going to make the terrain almost nigh impossible to traverse at a good pace. You are going to get the horses stuck and possibly wounded. You yourself are not going to be happy. And from the sound and from the look above, you have maybe some 90 or so minutes to get ahead of this thing.
Walk at a brisk pace back to our sleeping quarters. Look to see if anyone's up at the moment.
Everybody's outside already.
Right, lots. We need to move quickly. Otherwise, we're very likely to be rained out by this afternoon. Pack your bags. Say goodbye as we leave in half an hour, I'd say.
Nami just nods, sort of like still in his thoughts. He just goes to his room and starts packing.
Yeah, and the coat windows are already packed and ready, so just sitting down, I guess.
Ferris will take time to make the preparations that he needs to before heading out.
Yep, go ahead and prepare your spells. If you want to, I would say that preparing your spells, maybe a minute or so per spell. So depending on how many spells you want to change, it will take you a minute at this point.
I think I'll keep it where it is for now.
Okay.
So probably just move out as quickly as possible.
Okay. So we move out as quickly as possible. You walk through the palace or the temple that it can almost be compared to. There's still a lot of wounded people. There's still many that have been deprived of their homes in the invasion done. When you leave, you see several piles of bodies that, due to the weather, are not going to be able to be burnt today. They're simply going to sit there, rot, their smell spread throughout the city, and remind everybody of what has happened. And as you move east towards the gate, you see the... I can't even call it the stable. It's like 4 poles with a very poor built roof for the horses. And a small stable boy kind of sees you coming towards him and looks at you for a moment very sleepily, and then kind of nods to himself and like, oh shit, goes in and grabs 4 or 5 very beautiful horses. And you may describe how they look, what colors and everything, if you want anything special.
Right.
You may also name them.
Oh, god damn.
Choices. Damn it. Responsibility. Alright. Where are
Chat's
the player
famous
notes?
horse and horse face. Yeah.
Alright.
God damn.
So Garrus's steed is just gonna be a deep chestnut brown. Welcome maned and all that. Would the horses be named beforehand? Is that something that's culturally appropriate here?
No. So it's especially in a country where trade is so important, they make sure that the buyer gets all the privileges.
In which case, he'll pat him down, think for a moment, and decide to call him Steadfast.
As you name the horse, you feel something arcane inside the horse for a tiny, like just a fraction of a second as you speak this name. And the horse looks at you, kind of gives you a neigh and bows its head, kind of prods you in the face with its muzzle as well.
Got lots of ground to cover today, lad. Sorry to put you through your paces, so to speak.
I think mine would be completely black. And huh?
Like your soul.
I know, right? And I'm gonna name it Raven, and you decide if it's a boy or a girl. Doesn't matter. So
I'll probably take the biggest horse they have.
Yep.
Like sort of mixed color, like probably more brown, but then like flecks of white and stuff. And I'll call him Temba.
You.
Eli doesn't get to
Navin-
name his horse. Eli
No,
isn't
not
here.
yet. Eli's horse is just silence. Cohen, you've been around horses. You have never ridden a horse yourself. If you have ridden a horse, you've been forced to sit, behind somebody or in front of somebody.
yep.
Um,
Oh, I don't think I've even been privileged enough to do that.
no, probably not.
Yeah.
It depends on how fast Emus would have wanted to go, but
Yeah.
probably just have forced you to run. Is
Yeah.
more appropriate.
Yeah.
Gareth, I mean, you've been living with horses for a long ass time since you were a noble, and you don't get away this. For Navin, the thing that you've ridden is probably mountain goats. So a horse is a
Big
bit
mountain
different, but still, I mean, it's the same thing. You sit on the back,
Yeah.
and it goes.
Yeah. And I have
Yeah.
some cart experience, like then, but it's not riding horses. Obviously, it's more
No,
like
no.
draft horses pulling a cart, so it's not the same.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And
Does
as I
anybody else
mentioned-
just have this image of giant Navin sitting on the back of a poor baby mountain goat as they're like flying up the
The
mountain?
mountain goats are massive.
We only have a pony for you. Like, okay.
I don't think Navin is that massive. He's like 6'1" or something, isn't he?
I'll just do my just crush the horse. Like, oh no.
Oh no, I broke his hoof.
Oh.
I'm not certain you remember, but I said last time that these horses don't have saddles,
Yep.
so you have to ride bareback. And even though these horses are expertly trained and they don't toss you off, they are very easy, like Cohen.
Yeah.
When you sit on here, and like your hands and your feet and knees would tell the horse to go somewhere else, but in your mind it's like just go straight.
Yeah.
The horse somehow seems to understand that, and I think you all kind of gather after some time that all of these horses have formed some sort of arcane bond with you guys.
Like slavery.
No, not like slavery. As in though,
Companion
though they can understand what you're kind of trying to convey by just thinking it.
Garrus knows nothing about the local horse customs in this country, I'm guessing.
Nope. Absolutely jack shit. So, you ride off into the already dark morning as sun would have started rising at maybe, 8:30. And most of your day is gonna be spent on this horseback. If you want to stop for lunch and such, you can, but the rain is always kind of hunting you guys. So you guys have to make a choice of stopping and eating or continuing to push out until you're outside of the jungle, which is gonna take probably a total of 8-ish hours in the saddle.
We keep moving, the storm is upon us. If we stop for even a moment, we're likely to be stuck here. The faster we can get into desert, the more good we can do.
Thank you.
I'll trust you. You can just hear sort of like Navin's stomach grumbling. But all right, we'll keep going.
Okay.
I believe we were also given ambrosia or something of the like last session by
I
the
realized that
Raj.
we're not ambrosia. Sorry.
Magical food cube.
Yes,
Yeah.
you were.
10 each, I think it was. It was 50 total.
Yeah. I also realized that we're actually not even in the month of rain anymore. We're in the second of hunting. So we would be getting to late October in our worlds.
Oh, it's the spooky month?
Spooky.
Skeletons.
Cool. So your horses have an average movement speed of 45, and no, sorry, they would be 50, and they have special action to be able to both dash as like when they dash, it's triple movement and not double. So basically, when you want to go fast, it goes fucking fast. Basically, yeah. So you ride, and I need Cohen and Navin to make me a Constitution check, just to see how you do in the saddle, so to say. But there isn't a saddle.
Not so good.
Hey,
Saving throw? Ability?
saving throw, yes.
I was just
saving throw would be
chafing.
more, yeah.
Everything's just jumping up and
Nice.
down like, oh.
Yes. Navin and Cohen, your ball sack is shaving at this point. Even like it's so bad that you've managed to not only shave your legs going like this, but you're going like this on the horseback as well, and your entire groin is on fire.
And it's smooth. No hair on there
Yeah.
anymore.
Like,
Like-
yeah,
Cool.
that sucks.
You guys feel like you have to stop about when we've gotten 6 hours at this point. You're bleeding, like your thighs are bleeding, and you can push, of course.
I
but
wouldn't stop.
it's-
No,
No, I think that,
I wouldn't.
yeah. No, I haven't with either. He was like, you just grin and bear it.
Right.
He's not gonna be the one to stop.
So from the no, you wouldn't know this, so sure.
I mean, Cohen is gay, so he doesn't, he doesn't want to have children, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's it's not that I was thinking about.
How did you know? That's exactly where
I
he was
don't
going.
know.
I'm not certain about yourselves if you have ever been riding horses or such, but when
yeah.
your legs chafe enough, and when you get off, like the next day, you won't be able to get onto that horse.
Yeah.
So, like, there is no way that your legs, like, you'll be so stale, you'll have so much pain that you can barely like move. And the thing is that when your legs are chafing, you are literally killing the skin particles, tearing them apart. So, doing that for a long period of time, basically, if you've gotten blisters, imagine getting a blister, on this big part of your thigh, and then the skin just goes off. Like, it just goes off.
Oh my god.
Completely. Yeah.
We can always
Navin
ride
and
on our
Cohen
stomach.
don't know that though.
No, Navin and Cohen
No,
don't know
no.
that. That's the thing. So I'm
Nope.
gonna
Yeah,
give
we don't know
Garrus an intelligence check to see if he even thinks about them.
You and I are just like,
I mean, no one else seems to be bothered. Huh, this must just be normal.
yeah.
Alright. That's the thing. Intelligence check. Ability check. Let's go!
Oh yes. So as you're riding along and such, you stop to think a moment. Wait, I'm a noble. I'm privileged. I've probably ridden horses my entire life, but these folks aren't. And you recall, when you were 7, the first day you put you on a pony to ride, and how your legs felt the day after.
I'm going to circle steadfast around as I get to a place where it looks like we might be safe to stop and have a good look around. Basically, just turn the horse around really quick. Take a look at Navin and Cohen.
Yeah, probably stopping, like just trying to hold still, like, don't move. Just. Why are we stopping?
We have enough time to take a quick break for lunch for now. It's,
No,
All right.
that's fine, right?
we
so,
should
like,
keep up our strength for the sake of the future. You two could also use some time out of the saddle as well, I reckon.
I'll also go to the bathroom. Like, just, like, very, like, weirdly go off and, like...
I mean,
and then just, like, go towards behind a tree. And obviously not take a piss, just, like, rub my, like, just hurts.
yeah, I'm sitting on the horse and just looking at Navin, and I'm like, yeah, well, I've survived worse, so yeah, I'll try to not make it show at all, but yeah.
It shows. There is no way
Yeah,
that
I
you
know.
can make it not show.
Yeah.
I'm doing my best.
Yeah. I mean, you can probably make it not show in your face with
Yeah.
the pain, because the pain you're used to.
Yeah.
Like, your legs just automatically go, like, far out from each
Yeah,
other as
yeah,
you're walking.
definitely.
So just, like,
Yeah,
stone face, but you walk extremely weird.
yeah.
So you...
It doesn't
like,
look like we're going to be able to make up much more ground in the condition they are right at the moment.
No. I mean, Cohen could probably spend some time healing their thighs up, and that would help. But healing, just kind of quickly reproduces the skin and fastens the healing, but the muscles underneath are still going to be so sore, and there's nothing you can do about it. But the blisters and the pain itself, sure.
We make our way out of the storm, or are we probably going to be trapped here?
Not with those con saves. You are just... I think you've traveled 4-5-ish hours on horseback, which, I mean, on these horses is quite a bit, but because the roads, like, there are barely any roads here. It's like, if you've ever been out in the fuck off nowhere in a country somewhere, it goes asphalt, then it goes packed mud, then it goes gravel, then it goes path, then it goes nothing, basically.
We're
So
on a
you're
game
that-
trail at the moment.
You are more or less on a game trail. Yes, that is where you're at. These horses are making an astounding amount of progress, but you guys are so unused to having to duck away from the bushes, the vines hanging over, and just your uneasiness on the horses makes them go a bit slower than they might want to themselves. So the moment that you stop, Navin is done with whatever he does behind that big bush. He comes back, and now, because he has some stupid insects crawling inside his pants as well, so just making it even worse. You just hear the crack of thunder overhead. I still have these, don't I? Aha! Yeah. And then the rain just comes pouring down upon you guys. And yeah. Nice. Tiny so Cohen's tiny tent. Sure. That's no, we can call it Cohen's tiny tent. I like that. So instead of there being a sphere as I usually see it, so it's like a dome as it is, you create, an actual tent. That's yeah. I mean, you could modify
Wait,
it
we
a
have
little
4 horses with us.
Yeah.
bit.
The
But
horses
they're
don't
horses.
but they're large. They don't get to be inside.
The horses all stand outside. Their face up into the glass, like this. Please let us in. It's cold.
No!
All 4 of them shivering in the rain.
They're just
I was
talking
going
shit
to-
about
yeah.
us.
It's like that scene in all those Christmas films where you have the orphan outside with the happy.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it is southern bound, so yes, it is actually cold that is coming over you guys. So even though it's still comfortable in the temperature, it's around 20-25-ish degrees, but the rain itself is very not nice to have on you. So the moment that Cohen puts up his tiny tent, it is much more comfortable to have or to be in.
I think that I basically just like gather them up to me and just like I just want to try this, and I try it for the first time with them present, and yeah.
So like when I want to touch like the ceiling, like
Yeah.
why is the rain not just stopping?
I mean, it's like you
Remarkable.
touch it and it feels like tent. You know, it kind of goes out with your finger as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
It's a remarkable color.
very impressive, Gowan, I have to say. It's not easy to put something like this together.
Well,
Weaving such a manner takes...
Imagine spending a 3rd level spell slot just to put tent up.
yeah.
Oh, we could use my normal tent for the horse. Like put up like a little,
Oh.
just their heads can pop in. Like yeah, I guess it's better than nothing.
Meh. I'm dying over here. Oh my god, I feel so bad for the horses. But at the same time, they're horses.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, they like
We'll
it.
put them under a tree. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got natural fur. Yeah, they got all they need.
Let's
Um,
set up camp for the night. We're not going to make much more progress in the state of things. Hopefully we can weather things out. It will be better in the morning.
Yeah.
As for the horses... Are they going to be okay? It's going to
That is
be
one
really...
thing that I was going to say. Yes, unless you
We have
forget
to tie
stake
them up. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was gonna say that. So I'm gonna, because how is it? I can leave the.
Everyone can that you have designated. No, you can't. Everybody else can.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. Yeah, but I'll just.
But
Throw
like
that
for
in
me,
there.
thematically, that's fine. Like you can leave as well. Like it's all good.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll just go out and fix it up, and yeah, little rain has never hurt me. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess. Spend some time and let the horses feed a bit because I mean they need food and we didn't necessarily bring it.
I assume there's grazing, pretty
Yeah.
good grazing up in these areas in this
Oh yes,
swampland. I don't know where we
No,
are.
it's
actually.
it's jungle.
All right.
Yeah.
They can eat exotic plants. They'll be fine.
Yes, I do actually need us to make a roll for that.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I mean, yes, we do. Sarah, go ahead.
What?
Yeah, since you're saying, oh no, and what? You're the one that.
Don't you kill our horses?
Yes,
Horse murderer!
Okay. What?
horse murderer.
Stop it! What did I do? Oh my god.
Roll me 2d6, please. The more average, the better.
How many horses die?
So
It's the
7
number.
is best. A 2 or a 12 is terrible.
What about a 5?
5 is also terrible. 6.
What about a
Perfect.
6?
Yay.
That's in the middle. 6, 7, and 8 are like almost all of the percentages. Cool. So, as Navin is kind of walking around, finding a good place for the horses and stake it out, you see like one of the plants starts to like, and it's like, bonk, and just crawls and shivers away. And you see like as this does, there's a bit of silence for a moment. And then, like, several other plants just slither
Oh.
away as well. Okay. So, you sit here from about noon. The thunder is still present. The rain continues to fall. From Garrus's knowledge about these tropical storms, either it's everything very quickly, and then it's like super heavy, or they stay for a long period of time. Judging from the rain, like, what do you call it? How quickly it's falling?
Downpour.
There's another word, yeah. There's another word I was looking for. This is probably going to be around for a while, so you are going to have to make way in the rain.
Well, that is certainly less than ideal.
I'm gonna mention to Navin and just try to like mask it to the others, like just like, dude, I can always help out.
So like like touch my legs and like sort of rubbing like it's just so bloody sore.
Yeah, a little bit more, I suspect, but yeah, that's.
I think some rest should be fine.
Where the fuck is the loot
Right.
button?
And I'll start drinking some of my ale.
Yeah.
So you're drunk on a horse.
No, not drunk on the horse, obviously. Just for like, oh, I need to rest, and I know the legs are probably gonna hurt. Like it's just lying down, skin on skin, like, ah, fuck. So just numb the pain slightly. I'll drink like, how much do I have again? I think it's 1 gallon. So I drink like 1 liter, I guess.
Yep, that's fine.
Garrus is going to attempt something as the rain is pouring down, just
Yep.
looking out at the path being erased before them.
Yes.
He's gonna take 10
Right.
minutes or
All good, all good. Go ahead. 10 minutes to...
cast the spell, just starting to more or less begin to cast Water Walk. Just cast it on himself and see what happens when he walks across the mud.
That is a good one. So I can see it work where if you step onto a puddle, which is more than 50% of water, then your feet don't go in. But if the water is sunk in enough so there's mud, then you'll get muddy. So it really depends on how you step. You know how you usually avoid the water puddles? You would want to, hit the water puddles to stay clean. Yeah.
Fair enough.
And I think...
Cast it on the horses.
Yes, I think that you could cast on the horses, but I think it would make it worse for the horses. Imagine having 4 hooves. Some of them get the friction of the water walking, some
Yeah.
of them don't. You would probably not really know how
Yeah.
the fuck you're gonna move forward with that.
It's like
Wait,
putting
but-
mittens on dogs or cats. Like they don't know because they've never experienced it before, and it just
Yeah.
freaks them out. Yeah.
A little bit like if you yourself have ever walked next to the ice, you have one foot on the ground and the other on the ice, and if you're trying to move, it's really wonky.
Yeah, and then you fall, and then that's usually what happens.
Yep. I think. Sorry, Garrus, it looked like you were saying something.
Oh no, I was just
Nope.
sighing as Garrus.
Yep. I think Navin and Cohen at the time of 3 hours after your initial riding, you feel the muscles in your thighs have either numbed enough or just become more relaxed. And I think Navin, especially with the knowledge that he has, some massages and making sure that it stays circulated, you're able to, if you want to get back up on the saddle.
Yeah.
I think your mind is telling you though that don't push it because it's gonna hurt.
Yeah. It's like I don't want to initiate it, but if everyone else starts going on the horses and we're going, Navin's not going to say anything and just go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're all kind of sitting in this tiny hut and probably having some discussions. I don't think it's anything too serious. Christoph is brooding a little bit. I think Cohen is still also brooding a little bit, and I'm not certain how you feel about yesterday, Navin.
I think I'm still sort of thinking over the different alternatives, and he's still very confounded about there being several of these creatures or beings, and that they sort of keep to themselves. They're very hidden, and he's trying to place his role in all this, and why are they using him? And there's a lot of things that he's trying to think and mull over that he is not quite yet ready to share with everyone to talk about. But he's sort of preparing himself for that, and probably in a night or two that will probably happen.
Yeah. And I mean, Eli is always naturally just broody, so we know what he's doing.
Broody bunch, as they say.
Yeah, broody bunch at the moment. Okay, so if nobody's going to initiate it, the
We
lights. Oh, go ahead.
Probably ride. Try and get a few more feet ahead of us. We take it
Roll it.
slow, though.
Mhm.
Should be a bit easier on you too.
I mean, the rain's already here, so we're not getting away from it now, are we?
No, not without magics that neither of us possess.
I mean, I'm up to keep going. I don't want to slow us down.
All right. Take a few days. Slow at pace. Let the horses. Mostly don't try to push the horses. Just let them do their thing. And
I think
focus
I'll wear
on
out
not
before the
destroying
horse
your
does.
legs.
I will also say regarding the water walk, reading it, it probably acts as a raincoat as well, so you don't get wet when the rain is falling on you.
That's actually a cool application. All right. I will cast Water Walk. We are exactly 10 people counting the horses. So.
Oh, even the horse! Oh, nice!
Oh, well, you told me it might make it a bit difficult on the horses.
No,
but
that's fine. Like,
am
I mean, you are adept enough to leave that part out. I mean, come on, this is fluff. This is cool fluff.
Yeah. They won't get wet. Nice.
So you kind of get out. The soldier in Avenue is kind of getting ready to be wet and everything, and then you just feel this. You step out through the tent,
Yeah.
and you don't even feel the rain hit you, and it's just like, what? This like just little force field around you that keeps the rain away.
And then look at the ground, sort of like see where it rains, and then like looking for the roof of the hut, like it's strange.
You're right, Navin.
Just never seen things like these before. Useful. And then start climbing up very slowly, like.
Okay, so hey, we got a buddy in the chat as well. Woo! The horses and you push on for another 90 to 100 minutes until you start losing a lot of the light. Now, at this time, you're noticing a shift in the ground beneath you. It stops being so soily, like mud soil, and it starts transferring more into a sand soil. You can hear the more crunchiness underneath the hooves as they are quickly galloping across. The trees grow more sparse and sparse as you are moving northeast, and now leaving the jungle, even though you have just very little light left, you turn to the east, and there's just this wall. And you look up, and it's so tall that you cannot see the top. The clouds are just all kind of hanging around it, pressuring on it. And you realize that it's not only because of the lack of sun that you can't see like the silhouettes of this mountain, but also because the rock itself is just pitch black. So the volcano, not pitch black per se, but it's very dark, and you know that like this is Anna, the one of the three sisters, kind of guarding the entrance into the Holy Darien Dominion. Welcome, Eli, or
Yay!
Luke, with a nice thick beard you got going there. I'm jealous.
We're in the jungle, right? So
Yeah.
I get my jungle beard on the
imaginary
go.
boyfriend.
All right, Luke. All right. Here's the deal. You have to name a horse. The fate of the universe depends on it. Go.
Yes.
Reggie.
Reggie.
All right, there we go. Reggie
So
the
Eli
horse.
names his horse Reggie. How does Reggie look?
He's kind of beige, and there's just like one off darker brown stripe down his left side.
Nice.
Long mane.
Okay.
Reggie.
So to quickly catch you up, you guys unfortunately got stuck in a storm, and you're making progress slowly though, and you're just about leaving the jungle, having had Cohen and Navin's inexperience on horses slow you down, and their thighs being completely chafed, and to the point where their balls are starting to chafe.
We can't have children.
I
That's not how it works, is it?
No, imagine like just imagine your groin and like somebody taking sandpaper and just pulling it across your groin area.
Yeah.
Like that's the feeling. So be it balls or other things down there, it fucking hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have Vaseline in my inventory, so.
No, no. I mean, you use that. You and Cohen can use that for the things later.
We haven't gone there, not yet. We just said that we liked each other, nothing more.
Cohen said he liked Eli.
He did say it back. He did.
Did
I
he?
listened to the episode today.
Yeah, okay.
And he did. He said, just when he walked away, he was like,
He totally said it back.
yeah, he totally did. It was like, oh my god.
Oh my god. Yes, girl.
Yes.
So, we bed down for the evening and we have another.
In that case, I'm gonna throw up the tent again.
Yeah.
I don't trust this place.
Oh,
I agree. I agree. Watches would be good to set up.
Aye.
I'll take first. You lot can fight for second, third, fourth, respectively.
well, again, Garrus, you can't sleep.
Oh, I forgot about that. I keep forgetting about that.
You can't sleep. I mean, you can eat, but you don't need eat. And I mean, your stomach just feels weird when you eat.
You don't need eat. No.
You don't need eat.
You don't need it. Okay, since Luke came in just in time, pick a number between 1 and 10, please.
Gonna go for number 9
Number 9, from the bottom or from the top?
from the bottom.
The bottom, so second card, cool.
No.
Raven!
No, that's my horse.
It's not death.
Oh, yeah.
Not death.
Yeah, not this time. And then Garrus, pick a number, 1 and 9.
No,
7.
don't make it a cannibal
From the top or
horse.
bottom? Counted from
top.
top or bottom? Counted from top. Cool. So, third to last card. Necromancer.
Fuck!
Okay.
The horse. No.
The horses are the necromancer.
Yeah, I mean,
Necro horse.
sir.
Necro
horse.
horser.
I was going to suit on the
Necroprancers.
entire time.
Okay. So
Just can't.
you all find yourselves inside this magical tent, which is very nice. Like, it's not cold, it's not warm, it's just perfectly temperate. The rain isn't getting at you, the wind isn't getting at you, but everybody is just keeping at themselves. Navin brooding over something, Cohen brooding over something,
Everything. But okay.
Christoph brooding over something, Eli broody as normal, and Garrus just sitting there, like his arm just generally fucking with him, like scratching him in the beard a little bit, like poking him when he's trying to do something, and then just letting it be everything. Trying, like, the arm seems to not enjoy this tension or whatever that's going on, so it's like trying to, make ball, like, shadow figures and everything, just trying to do something that's like not just this quietness.
Garrus is just steadfastly doing his best to ignore it.
Yep.
Reading and writing what he can.
We
Yep.
start an angsty boy band.
Yes.
Okay. Make me a 2d6 roll again, please, Miss Sarah.
God damn it! Why do
Mrs.
I
I
have to?
suppose I have to say it.
What?
Mrs. Manning.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
is true. Yes, queen.
Ooh.
There we go.
Hey,
Hey, 7. So that means the rain continues today as well. Okay. You wake up on the 3rd of hunting, rain still present. Though your sleep has been nice. There hasn't been any intrusions on it. There hasn't been disturbances, no plants trying to eat your horses or anything. And Garrus, after, several weeks, you might start to get a bit more comfortable about not being able to sleep. When you were offered the deal to take it back in the temple, it did tell you that it was going to be useful, even though you didn't believe it back then. But now, maybe painstakingly so, you're realizing that, yeah, a lot of time for a wizard is actually quite good for studying and everything. So just not wanting to admit it, but knowing it somewhere inside you, perhaps. You set off again northeast. In the, do we have the water walk raincoats now as well?
Currently, yes.
Cool. So I don't mind extending the duration for it a little bit as well, because I mean it makes sense that it would.
I'm assuming I could also just cast it on horseback as well. but-
Yeah, I mean, for just like the sake of keeping rain away, I think that it's perfectly fine. Okay, so you have this massive looming shape of Anna to the south of you as you're moving in. Now, we talked a little bit about the pass between the Harala Ridge and Anna, and that there might be hostiles keeping an eye out. Sure, this weather is very good at veiling you, but you guys still have to decide how you want to try and pass through. Just try and find somewhere to take cover. Like, how do you want to go about it?
good question. I don't know how we would get by without being seen. Not with horses. Surely they would
I
be
could
more
help
visible.
with that regard. I could mask our presence somewhat. It would mean we'd have to move a bit slower, and probably mean that no, water walk is in concentration. Would mean that we'd have to move a bit slower, but it's very possible that we might be all right in that regard. Thank you. Also, I'm getting the sense that there's a raven that's conjuring undead beings from the ground that we should look out for.
What?
Seems
I'm
to be
sitting on
very
a
scary.
necromancer horse?
Time is of the essence, of course. But if we get spotted, I think we would have a hard time getting rid of the followers or people who would see us.
We move slowly. I will cast Pass Without a Trace, and hopefully, if we stay bunched together, it won't leave tracks, and we can get through it more or less without being seen.
Yep. So, in this weather, I think Pass Without a Trace is perfect to mask your passing. I don't think, unless you literally stumble upon somebody with the heavy rainfall, with the low visibility, nobody except for people with magical vision is going to be able to see you. So,
You person with magical vision.
roll me a D1000, Garrus, and tell me one number before you roll it.
God damn it.
One number.
One.
That's /D1000. Ooh.
Open my big mouth. Okay, good.
Oh, cool.
Oh, thank you, chat. Probably should have given it to somebody more qualified, but I will
No, I,
take it
I gave
nonetheless.
it to you because of your smarts. Smart's brain is work.
Good plan.
I think that moving at a slow pace on the horsebacks, we're still covering about 30 kilometers, which means that you will actually pass into the Holy Darien Dominion.
Whoa, shit.
Oh. So, when you get past the ridge and Anna, you still have overcast. The rain does, however, stop. You feel the humidity is almost completely drained out of the air as you enter into the desert. Do you need to go again, Sarah?
No.
No? Okay, it looked like you had some...
No,
yeah,
I'm method acting, dude. I'm just getting into character. I'm just...
Hey, Ian actually stopped before his crotch this time. The night comes early as we are moving deeper into the year, and you guys find a decently comfortable position, and that is not too open, not too close either, and you are able to sleep without anything. Is there anything anybody would specifically want to do?
When we all sit down and I guess we don't really have that much food. I guess we just eat those cubes. But when we're sitting at the campfire, sort of, just small chat and stuff, I bring up and want to talk about my my visitor. I should have mentioned it when it happened, but been thinking it over, and I should have said something sooner. But Madame Lysel visited me when we were in Herta.
What?
A couple of nights ago. She came into my room and, well, I don't know if... She told me some things, like she usually does, when she is nearby, but...
Wait, usually
I-
does. We've only met her once, to my knowledge.
I just shake my head, no. This is the third time I've met her. I suppose it's fair to tell you of my journey and where I first met her. We have a map, as a party, where we can show, so I sort of bring
Garrus
up the
and
map.
Eli both have one.
Yeah. I guess I would ask, Garrus, if I can have your map, and, I'll point, and, I'll bring you all down, sort of further down to the south. Here. It's my homeland. And I sort of point, not in, it's in the cauldron, but it's, in one of a small mountain hill areas. This is where I was born, and I was raised. Where I lived with my tribe and my family. And this is also where I first met Madame Lysel. Came to our village, and she asked for me by name. She was a local seer. She had some renown, but she was unknown to me. And she said that me and my tribe would go out and adventure and hunt, and it would not end well. A terrible catastrophe would befall us. I was young, brash, arrogant. I did not pay heed to her words. We went out. The hunt lasted a few days, and that's when it came. A large wyvern, a monster of great proportions, swooped down on us. And before anything, we were all killed. And I saw my family and my tribe, all of the warriors and hunters, we were all struck down. And I thought I would die as well. And I wish I had. For I had to see all of them die. And it left me. And I managed to get back to my tribe. And she told me that I would have to travel further to find you, Garrus. Or that worse things would happen. And that is why I left. And I have not been back since. Not because I don't want to, but because I can't. The second time we met her, I point to everyone except Eli, I guess, because Eli wasn't there. And she told us more things of unsettling nature. And I don't know why, but she is like Anton in some ways. I don't know how, but she is also an eternal.
Or claims to be.
And I can't understand why they don't work together. Why are they meeting us left and right? And why would Anton do what he did? And what I just can't figure it out in my mind why they. I think they are not telling us everything. I don't know if it's for our good or not, but
How did she find us in the first place?
And was
But
going
I
to
don't
ask
know.
the same.
I don't know.
Like very, you know.
Yeah, Cohen
Yeah,
is like it's not hard to tell.
Navin
I
wouldn't
would
like
say.
it. Navin, it's like, yeah, I mean, she's found me before we all met. I don't know if she fated to find me or if she has other ways. She is a seer after all.
This was right before you met me and Garrus for the first time, was it not?
Yes.
She is a seer. It is possible she knew of the events that would transpire.
Fuck.
Yes.
Would Anton have said anything to Eli about Madame myself? Because he has no idea who this woman is.
No. He would probably have kind of low-key said, I mean, there's other people like him working for their own agendas.
Okay.
And that's about it. And you know that he's an eternal, so
Yeah.
hearing that word from Navin is
Yeah.
like, okay, perhaps, you know, something there. But why would she come and meet you now, Navin?
Sort of like downcast face, just look like sort of into the fire. Like, well, she had more bad news.
What?
So I still just look into the fire. Like, that creature is not dead. Still remains in my homeland.
I guess we have another thing on our kill list then, huh?
Garrus is gonna take out the wand of detect magic and just cast that
Sure.
and see what pops up after dropping whatever spells he's maintaining on the party.
A lot of things pop up. I mean, specifically,
All the
probably
rooms.
Cohen's entire body pops up with like the new armor, the staff from Eli, the braces from Eli, your backpack.
My tent.
Navin's hammer is though the one that probably stands out the most. So you know how
Everyone in
every-
magic items, quickly, please. Now. Whatever you have that's been enchanted or something of the sort. I need it.
You don't need that.
I want to make sure that Levitt and Lysel, while she was here,
I
didn't.
know.
Look to Cohen.
Well, I am. I needed to get in contact with somebody, so I left it, and somehow, I guess she saw that she found me and assumed that you were there too. So
Could be that, I suppose.
Why would you leave the amulet behind? It's our only protection against folks like Demos. Or Madame Lysel, for that matter.
I didn't know that it was, against a lot of things. I just thought it was.
Freeze frame there for a moment. Garrus, you hear in your mind, you're not as protected as you think you are, wizard. So you guys just see like probably Garrett have a look as you're speaking, as he hears this in his mind,
Yeah.
and then continue, Kevin.
I didn't know that it was to protect against others. I just thought it was against him.
May not work against the seer or her magics
Well,
So
it,
into the
regardless,
future.
it does. It. I just didn't know.
who were you meeting? Why didn't
I
you
kind
tell
of like
us?
look at Christoph and just remembering how he's like, tell the truth,
Yeah.
tell them the truth. So
He like looks at you and he's like,
yeah,
"Yeah, I fucking know what you're gonna say, boy."
well, I had to make sure that my fears of your souls being part of the deal he made. I didn't want that to be a big thing when we head on out, so I needed to talk to him.
And what did you get out of it?
That I don't really know how to ask a question.
I mean, I can see that. You haven't asked any, have you, in your life? You've just been told.
I guess
Just kind of shrugs.
he just he basically said that it depends on my actions if what happens to you guys, and well, I don't know what he means by that because he can't just swoop in and take your souls, right?
No, but he could probably take us as physical beings and then force us to make deals or something. But, I mean, we know what we have to do to make him happy, right? It's just to kill some of those fuckers and then that's it.
Yeah.
Nothing we do for a devil will come back to witch us well in the end. I don't think killing, as awful of people as they are, and I agree, I don't think necessarily killing these members of the Alderi Dominion are going to make Demos any more eager to get off our case. I'm not saying we shouldn't kill them, they very much deserve so, but on that note, now I need to take care of something before this discussion proceeds further. But I did want to speak to Eli a bit about, well, Antoine and what we saw at the temple the other day. I think it's been a bit of an elephant in the room. All of us have been shadow touched in one way or another.
Indeed. What is it you wish
First-
to know?
I respect your right to privacy. You've proven a true ally, and if you wish not to tell, then I understand. But truth be told, I do not trust Antoine or Lady Lysel or any of the Eternals I've met. You might be able to rectify that somewhat.
I don't know of this Madame Lysel, but nor of her intentions and schemes, but all I can say with certainty is that Anton has been good to me.
He told us that she was a servant of Iltisunda, looking to bring about her return. He never mentioned her being an Eternal, and I doubt her being an Eternal would want to cooperate with Iltisunda. So,
But
There
she's
might be
lying
more
or
of them as well.
misleading.
one of them.
or both.
Hmm.
I can't help to think that if these things are Eternals, then they're probably playing on a bigger scale than us. I mean, we're gonna live what? Another 40, 50 years, and then we're gone. If these things are ancient, then that's how long it takes for them to take a shit, basically.
Yeah, spending the time they take the shit, the world blows up.
Yes, I mean, I understand that part, and we know what we have to do of stopping Ilitasuna, but we have no idea how we're doing that, right? Because at the moment, we're trusting Anton to know how to stop Ilitasuna once we have gathered all the things. Problem is, we have a vessel of Ilitasuna walking around in our friend's body.
Antoine isn't going to be too keen to help us with it. You wouldn't know this, Eli, but a friend of ours struck a pact with Ilitasuna. It's what brought Cohen here back to the world of the living.
Yeah, well, yeah.
More or less gave up his own body in exchange for our safety. Ilitasuna, in that respect, is able to take a small shot of itself and transmit to the material plane.
It's a very brave thing they did.
Very stupid.
I've only
Part of the
heard you
reason-
talk of him once or twice, but can hear the reverence in your voice when you do.
At this at that what Gary said that it was stupid. Cohen gets up and walks outside the tent and just takes care of the horses.
Sure.
You know, just like yeah.
Listen, I don't know about anything else than you four. And it is as Gary said, I personally don't trust anyone else. Be it Anton has been good, be it Madame Marcel puts us on the right path. I have no idea how such beings would ever think or how they would justify their actions. You know, maybe the end justifies all of the means, and maybe we're just pawns in a greater play, but what I do know is that we have these shards. And as we go about collecting them, we need to get stronger. And we need to get more information about them, how they work. And I can only see one place being where we should head after we've been to Redilla. We need to find whatever remnants there might still be of Elastus.
That's a wild goose chase, is it not? Lastus has
It might
been...
so be.
Eli was kind of like fading out. Not fading out, but wasn't like listening as intently. He was pondering and, brooding. But as soon as Elastus was mentioned, he snaps back in and listens. You said how you've all been shadow touched, Garrus.
Aye.
Kind of hand moves closer to the staff that is just drawn across his legs. He grips it tightly and says, I haven't been shadow touched, but my family have. My family, the Ferdinand lineage, we were the guardians, the guides, the mercenaries that protected the wizards of Elastus. and during their ventures into Shadowfell.
That explains almost everything, actually. Fair enough.
Some residue of that realm has stayed in my bloodline ever since. There is legend within my family that there is a mausoleum, a resting place for the Ferdinand people. I suspect it contains, or the legends my grandparents told me, is that it contains some powers or items that my family used during that time. If there ever
Records.
comes an opportunity where we're interested in chasing legends, there's a possibility that there is help in my family's past by
I
way
would
of
not
Alaska.
ask you to break your family yourselves. Well, without your consent, at least. Are you allowed to tell us this?
I am.
Christoph gives you a pained look as he asks, as Garrus asked about your family. Kinda gives you a little bit of a head nod.
The oaths of my family are their status is to be determined. I'll leave it at that.
We're gonna find out, Eli, if they can be turned back upon the path of lights. Then I'm gonna be there and do what I can for you.
My fear is that they're still there of their own free will.
I understand.
I'm sorry, I don't wish to pry. What do you mean exactly? It's not my concern. I understand you and Christoph.
The fall of Alastus, my family ventured north, and it's by way of that that we became the emissaries of Hugelsberg and the Pommel family. We swore an oath to them to be their emissaries, and as such has been the position of the Ferdinand family for generation and generation, but since the Pommels have become vampires, if they're controlling my family, that's one thing. But if my family are clinging to oaths, despite the morality and the evil that it forces them to do, not sure how I feel about that.
There are plenty of ways of forcing people to do things and then removing their memories, or having had a pact made that children have to obey or they will die. And I understand your fear, and I can't tell you to keep the hope up, but until we know, there's still a chance.
Best case scenario, everyone I've loved has tried to kill me.
We haven't yet.
He like goes to say something and then just like just like smiles.
Yeah. Now just like the
There's
ha.
a real,
Look at that.
There's a real warmness to the smile that
Oh.
Eli gives Garrus at that point.
What I meant, Eli, is that there are magics that can force people to do these things. without them wanting it, without them being aware.
It's comforting to know that. Thank you.
Garrus. I know for a fact that you have a lot of your mind, but I hope that you haven't placed this in a weird place. Do you remember the item that Morgan gave you?
Yes.
He talked to me, and he was pretty certain it had to do with Elastus as well. And I think that can be a clue or a key into getting us somewhere.
I'll take another look at it. Hopefully, it can give us some insight. You're referring to the Shadow of the Phoenix, or?
No.
Hmm.
The item that doesn't obey the physical laws.
Let me check my notes for where I wrote down such an item.
Yeah, he had placed it.
I'm assuming Garrus would have remembered, even if I don't.
I mean, that's the thing. I think that Garrus probably, because it's actually...
Fair enough.
Yeah, it is a little bit wonky about that. And I remember you were the one that he shoved it into before he did the... No, it should have been Cohen, maybe. I don't know. But one of you guys have a small, weird-ass looking thing that you can't feel when you're touching it. Like, it doesn't have... It doesn't exist on your perception except for sight. So somebody has it somewhere.
I didn't get it.
No, I think he gave it to Garrus because Garrus is a
I do not have it
wizard.
written down. Garrus has magic ball. Writing it down now.
It's like a piece of metal almost.
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
No,
Okay.
that's fine. I remember. So the I'd like Eli Garrus to take a D12 of inspiration. I'd like Navin to take a D12 of inspiration, and I'd like Cohen to take a D4. No, you get a D8 of inspiration. It's so weird. Like sometimes my mind is just like, and Christoph gets in it. Wait a minute, I'm the one playing Christoph. I
I'm
can't
giving
give
myself inspiration.
myself inspiration. That's just, stroking my own ego. Yeah.
I mean, Christoph is amazing, so I understand.
Yeah, I get it.
Where, Mr. Bryant?
Just the curse, or when?
Where you speak.
Just basically when everyone's settled down and I have a moment to myself.
Okay.
You got disadvantage, damn. Bam! From Big
I'm
Maddie.
gonna make it on a very shitty roll. So the next roll I make is gonna be for the weather. So I roll with
Hey!
this.
Oh.
Okay. When you start communicating with it, it would kind of reach for the paper.
Hand him the paper and some ink.
Yeah. It dips the pen and very nicely writes like, "Please give me control of your face for just a moment."
My survival is your survival. We both know that.
Yes! I am not stupid. It will only take 7 seconds, please.
And I should trust you. Why? On this matter.
You gave me control last time, and I
And you
didn't do
nearly
shit.
killed my friend.
Yes, but you would have all died if that priest didn't die. You sensed his magical power.
What do you want with it?
I want
Garrus
to
is
be
just
able
muttering to
to
himself
make-
angrily.
Yeah. I want to be able to make, and like the paper runs out, he flips over it, my own mouth. I need to identify your vocal cords and how they act.
And you'll give it right back? Is that what you're telling me?
Period. I'm not going to take over your brain, only your mouth and your vocal cords.
I take the paper away.
Take the paper away. You see him holding the pen, and he takes the pen and he holds it like this.
Go back to reading.
Yep. Oh, let's see. How petty is he? Oh, he starts drawing in your book.
This is an expensive piece of art. You realize that, right? Costs over 100 silver to maintain. Every word I write, were not for Antoine's gift, is worth at least 10 silver. And you're just drawing. Wonderful.
He draws a sad face.
Thought before I decide to banish you somewhere else for a few seconds. Let me get away.
He
Garrus is at this point shouting
Yeah.
pretty evidently.
Yeah. You feel the phantom pain of when your arm was scrunched, coursing through your body.
Grit my teeth and suddenly just collapse.
I need you to make me a con save.
Alright.
Oh no, you pissed him off.
Constitution saving throw, let's go.
Nice. You hold on. Make me a wisdom saving throw with advantage and an additional +2. Don't roll below a 12, please. Thanks. That's advantage. So you're Gucci. Yeah. You feel like he how to explain it? You probably offended it somehow with like how you acted and how you refuse it. So you feel him first in trying to subdue you with pain, and then trying to forcefully take over your mind.
That's the best you've got. Well, you're gonna be stuck where you are for a while.
Party goes to sleep, and we wake up the next day. Please, Luke, make me a 2d6 roll.
Does Cohen ever come back?
Well, not for a fucking long time.
What do I need to roll?
2d6, please.
Alrighty. Oh, that's a 1.
Okay. Still overcast, no rain, dry air, and the ground is slowly getting less wet as you ride towards the Well of Life. Now, I need a Constitution from Cohen and from Navin. I will give you a slight plus to this as well.
Saving throw or ability check?
Saving throw.
Woo!
Nice.
Yeah!
Rolling nat 19s. Yeah. So today you can actually make proper speed, and you start off kind of leaving this savannah, and after about an hour or so on the on the road, quote unquote, you actually come by a road that goes from east to west. It's a ill-used road, but it's still kept clean. And you can notice the reason why it's like you can see it's not used very much is because the the stone is very like pristine. It's not clamped down. There's not heavy traffic on it whatsoever. And knowing that Astiander is like the place where this death cult is, where they bury the sultans, is probably the reason for why it's not used so much. Now, as you are traversing over here, like, is there anything specific that you guys want to do? Keep a lookout on, talk about?
Just try to avoid being spotted as much as possible, I guess, because we don't want anyone really to see us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anything.
We are very obviously foreigners, I would imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to get close to really see it, and I mean, Cohen is a native. Eli has a lot of the similar looks, but not the skin color. But he has like the similar cheekbones and
I
everything.
probably use his hat of disguise to change his skin tone.
Navin is probably the one that looks the,
The
most
pastiest
out
of the
place.
bunch.
Yeah. Looks like that Irish person out in the sun, just like white. Yeah.
Yeah, just sunburned all over his face, and like you can see where the glasses were. Like, oh man.
And by sunburned, he's bright pink.
Like a lobster.
Yeah. Okay. Gonna stop this rain sound. Boop. And is Rhythm Bot quiet for you guys too?
Very.
Yeah, but he is playing.
He's still playing. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
He's still chugging along. Copyright strikes haven't gotten to him yet. It's hiding.
You ride, and oh, there we go. Now I can hear. Wait. Let me just change the deck so I don't miss it. So you notice that the overcast, I mean, it's keeping the sun out. And that's probably for the best. Cohen knows this especially. I mean, if you guys had direct sunlight, it would be just, please no. Please no. So when we get to the end of the day, Cohen and Navin having been able to ride at full pace most of the day, you guys having stopped just for a few hours here and there to rest the horses and to rest your legs a tiny bit. The night falls, and it does so heavily around you. The desert is a cold place, and it is a very barren place. And I mean, you're not even really in the desert yet. You're technically on the savannah. So whilst there is a few like foliage parts here and there, it is mainly just pitch black and no silhouettes. However, in front of you, you do see light coming
As
from...
in a campfire,
As in a
angel
campfire,
shining on
yep.
high, or a nuclear weapon?
A campfire seems
Alright.
to be nestled inside what looks to be a small crevice, almost. So you can just see a tiny bit of light kind of shining out from this crevice.
I'm not aware of Altwiki customs. Not Altwiki, I am Altwiki. Of Alderian customs, Cohen. Is it ordinary for people to camp like this?
I would say that Cohen hasn't spoken all day. He's just been quiet. So he kind of just like I mean, they're traveling as well, right? So
Could be a hideout.
What type of
Sorry.
light do you guys use when you're riding in? Because it is pitch black.
Probably magical light.
On you then? Yep.
Cohen, I know... You know how I feel about self-sacrifice. Just for the sake of others. If you want to talk about it more, if you want to yell at me, do so, but don't. Just keep it I don't like seeing you like this.
Yeah. You know, just soldier on, as they say, I guess. So that's fine.
It's the issue. It's not. I care about your opinion on matters. We all do.
Yeah. It's just that last time I was. Yeah, it just brings back a couple of bad memories. So, yeah.
I don't mean to be rude, Cohen, but if you would have done what you would have wanted several times of sacrificing yourself, the feeling that you have now, you would have forced upon all of us.
What do you mean?
There were several times where you wanted to sacrifice yourself to Demas and just be done with it. And what you're feeling right now is what you would have forced us all to feel. And I didn't want to be rude, but sometimes I feel like it's easier to understand when you're feeling it yourself. And you seem to have had a bit of trouble understanding how we would feel when, or if you would have be gone. And the same amount of care that you felt for Morgan is what we feel towards you.
Yeah, but no, that's the thing. I mean, you're speaking the truth. Garrus, you are.
Can I insight check to see if he's just trying to appease me or if he's seems to be
Sure.
meaning that in some respect? All right. That's a 4.
I would say that
Roll 1d6
No.
for Chad. Okay, cool.
no. It's hard, and I mean, Cohen is very good at keeping his emotions away, especially when you can't see his face. I mean, of saying what is needed. I mean, because Cohen has been forced to always say what's needed in the situations, no matter what he himself feels. So it is a very tricky situation, especially not seeing him here.
Oh, I just mean that you're right. It was a stupid thing to do.
I mean, was it?
Of Morgan, yes.
Really?
Yep.
It was stupid of him to sacrifice himself so that all of you could live. I don't think stupid is the right word for it. But if I commandeered soldiers and one of them would throw themselves on the enemy to let their friends escape, then I
No.
would say that is valiant.
No, yeah. That. Yeah. Yeah. But I don't think it's a good idea to go to that light. Anyway, yeah. That's
Oh.
usually not a
Perhaps
good thing.
if that soldier is needed by his comrades, if he has a purpose greater than that of... Well,
But they would all die if he didn't do it, Garrus. Then what other options is there? One person dying or all? What would you rather have?
a fine point. But I don't think it's fair to make that comparison, but there is nobility in the act. I apologize. Perhaps what I said was too brazen. Just
You hear a soft tune carrying over the quiet desert night as you are kind of standing still contemplating It's some sort of, be it panharmonicon or panharmonica or what is the munspel?
Yeah, harmonica.
Is that panharmonica? Pan flute.
No,
Yeah,
it's-
panharmonica or pan flute is what I mean. Like some sort of mouth.
Bagpipes.
It's not a bagpipe.
Probably not. Dude. It's so beautiful. Oh my god, I feel so relaxed. Yeah, I would say like, actually, did Demos's men play music and stuff while we were on the road and stuff like that? Or
Probably
was that
played black
not?
metal. That's what I'm guessing.
Come on, black metal is good. I guess.
That is a good question.
Yeah.
Demos appreciate the fine arts, or is he more
Oh,
about
he did probably. The
Yeah,
fucking sucker.
but fine arts is not soldiers playing shitty instruments. And
You'd take that back about the pan flute. I take offense to that.
I think that for Demos's part, you guys usually had to make haste and such, so
Yeah.
it was very like focused on the goal and orientation. And I mean, there's seldomly that he did take guards with him. It was usually just you and him,
Yeah.
maybe one or two other people. So
Yeah.
So it's a high BPM like running playlist. Did he listen to the top 40? Is what I'm
I mean, he probably played something himself. To be honest, I can
Oh,
see him
shit.
playing the violin.
Oh, God.
Wonderwall.
Violin made of solid gold. I gotcha.
Yeah.
No, of bones, and the strings is human. No, but there's probably would be something. You can probably see that the light is very like red flickering. It's like not red as in ooh, evil omen, but a tarp or something is kind of covering the light itself. So it's a very like dull light kind of being spread. You can
Yeah,
Yeah.
can I move in a little bit closer without
Yep.
the light and stuff?
Sure. The moment that you move closer, you smell with your massive ass perception. You smell herbal tea.
Okay.
We evil people drink herbal tea.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to just keep an eye out how many people there are there, because basically I want to see if there are slaves
So-
or people being kept against their will.
Yeah.
This music is coming from the campfire from before, right?
Mhm.
Or
In
okay.
front of you. So Cohen kind of circling around in the dark. Unfortunately, your horse kind of hit a few stones and such. So you hit it.
No, I
Here. Oh, you leave the horse. Okay,
yeah, I
sure.
leave the horse
Then
with the group.
You stub your foot here and there, but other than that, it's okay. You get around to where you can see the carts. So there's two carts kind of blocking the canyon entrance. Two guards staying outside, possibly more sleeping, and then you see a larger red tarp in the middle, and the flap is kind of open, but you can't see anyone.
Oh, like soldiers.
Looking at the two people standing in front, they do wear armor and have weapons, not at the ready, but decently so.
Okay, I sneak back
Sure.
and just I don't think it's good to make ourselves known to them.
and
They're
pass
soldiers, I think.
Aldarian soldiers or tribals?
They didn't look like soldiers.
Okay. Well, I don't know. There are at least guards and shit.
The valuable cargo. They might just be caravan that's guarded.
Yeah.
Might be best to send one of our own and have the rest back them up in the shadows.
Sure. What
Just
do I
kind of stands back.
what yeah, I step forward. What do I say?
Well, I was thinking, since we have a very large, very obvious person that tends to make a lot of noise wherever he goes, it might be best to send him front foot
No.
forward.
No. I
Don't
come
think
from
He
here.
doesn't. Yes, and he doesn't speak Darionese, so
And I
come
barely
from-
know the land.
What would you say to...
I'm a big
I will-
spooky person, and I'll kill you all if you make a move.
What would you say to a stranger in the Dominion? If he wants a slave.
Well,
Before that.
I'll figure it out.
There is a greeting that people usually say.
Okay.
You have, so it's basically like you say in alaikum salam and salam alaikum, or sava sava in French. So you say eras verkal and then verkal eras.
okay.
That's usually like a hello.
Okay.
I'm friendly, like peaceful
up?
with you kind of deal.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll do that.
Are you sure this is something you want to do, or it's something you're volunteering for, out of habit?
Well, if it's somebody in my position in there, I wouldn't forgive myself for just going away.
We'll be right behind you.
I
It's your
cast
domain.
I'm gonna put a
Well-
hand on my Colin's shoulder and cast Sanctuary on them.
Well, maybe not stay right behind me. That's not a good idea.
We'll be ready to help if we need to.
All right.
Probably not.
Stepping right behind your foot, like your heels.
Yeah. Stop stepping on my toes, damn it!
Oh, sorry.
No, you take Cohen and you like it fast.
Oh, yeah, he's
Place
yeah.
Cohen on your feet, so you move
Oh.
Cohen in front.
And then like, just like, hello, I am Cohen.
You move forward,
Yep.
and
We'll try to sneak
Yeah.
behind her. Him.
Her.
Sorry,
Him.
I'm dumb.
I got a
yeah,
penis,
you are
dude.
dum dum. I mean, girls can have
Weird.
penises too.
Weird thing
Oh.
to say to the guards. Like, I have a penis.
I am Cohen. I am a penis. Yes.
Yes, please
I am
make
bad
me
at stealth.
stealths. Cohen, the moment that you kind of move without trying to, I mean, even so, you aren't super stealthy, but
No. I'm not
you
trying
move
to
up
stealth.
and you hear like coming from him. In Darionese, it would be like, "Who goes there?"
Eras Vikal.
You kind of hear the thought process of like, is this somebody trying to say this just to get our guard down or such? But he kind of stands up and then says back, "Verkaleras." Who goes there?
A lonely traveler who would just see. I just wish to spend the night with friendly.
If you're
somebody.
traveling alone, you're stupid.
Oh,
And I can
know.
hear your friends.
Well, fuck.
Step into the light, please.
All right.
I'm
And I do.
assuming this is all in Darionese.
Yes.
Yeah, I step into the light.
They're not talking to us. Okay, cool.
No.
I step into the light.
Yep.
Going well.
I'm assuming that there's no light at you at the back. Yeah, so you step into the light.
I don't know where the light is, but yeah.
Yeah, where you're standing. I mean, you
Okay.
see the light, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you step into the light. They see that you're not armed, and you kind of see them. They also see that you're obviously Darionese since you're speaking it as well. Kind of nods. I'm assuming your friends don't understand what we're saying then.
No, they don't.
Kind of nods. You working for the kingdom?
Yeah. Maybe. Um. How do they look like? Do they have like signias or anything?
No, they are very obviously mercenaries, these people.
Okay.
So, like, whilst they're Darinese, like, they don't have any imperial signis or
Yeah.
insignia or
Well,
anything.
I think it's fairly obvious that I'm not some sort of fighter or part of an army. I'm just trying to get home.
Sure, magic people are scary. They don't have anything. But it's none of my business, really. He turns and kind of yells in. Him forgetting his name for a moment. Rayani, you've got visitors. You hear the music kind of stop for a moment. And from the inside, also in Darinese. Well then, send them in. You see the mercenary kind of look at you. Well, you said you wanted to speak to some of you, Spencer. Go ahead. Get your friends to come in as well. If you've got horses, you can just leave them out here.
All right. And I speak in common to the others. They know you're here, and yeah, we're
Very stealthy. Very good. Yes.
they they have offered a place by their fire.
I think I stand up and start like
Yep.
putting away weapons and shields and just start heading towards this.
Yep.
Make my way forward as well.
You walk forward. You get into the lights. He kind of sees Navin, the person that's talking to Cohen, kind of like nod, like, "You good fight? Yes."
I guess I do like a.
I say in Darren, he's very good. He's very capable.
Kind of nods.
I don't mean that in a threatening way. That's not at all what I mean, of course. Sorry.
He contemplates answering, but just shrugs. Yeah, so you guys move up into this small crevice where there's a large tent pitched. You walk in through the flap, and you're kind of slapped in the face with water pipe and other types of incense as well in the room. You see a small pot of tea brewing in one end with a nice divan kind of placed out where a very well-dressed person is currently sitting. He is wearing white clothes from top to bottom, very open, like robe first, and then you have this very baggy pants underneath. He's wearing a little bit of, pointy shoes, red in color. His hair is short trimmed, also as dark as Cohen's is. Wears a similar beard, but that's cut short. He looks at you with, surprisingly enough, very bright brown eyes, and kind of stands up, puts his right hand on over his stomach and his left hand over his back, and gives a short bow.
Oh, I do the same, and eres Vikal.
Verkaleras. Welcome, travelers. I am Al-Rayani M.
Cohen. Wurtzy.
Like look first to Cohen. Like, is it in?
Yes,
speaking.
this is
yeah.
in common.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Navin, I sort of also do like I attempt also to do the bow. Obviously, not used to it. Probably like doing it like.
Yeah.
My back!
Yeah. Oh, my leg
Get
still
it.
shakes.
Eli's
kinda-
feeling very cautious. He doesn't give his name, but he does give a very formal
Yeah. would you do, because you would know the different types of bow, would you do it in an Altwiki way, or would you do it in a Darinese way?
Darinese.
Garrus,
Darianese way,
do you say
as
your name?
best as I'm able. Pardon?
Do you say your name?
Yes, I say Geddes.
He squats down, one leg over the other, by like on a cushion on the floor, and you hear him kind of, could we please have some more cushions in this side for our guests? And you just hear some rummaging through, and then the flap is opened, and several cushions is kind of placed inside for you to sit and or stand. I have some tea for you if you want. Maybe I could offer you grapes. I also have chilled wine.
Quite hospitable of you. Well, thank you, good sir. Tea will be fine for me.
Nods. So, what are, kind of looks, 2 kingdom men, 3 kingdom men, he says, realizing Christoph, a Sar Anir and a Darian doing together in the middle of the night, this far northwest?
They're
Well, sounds like a joke you would hear in a tavern.
It does, doesn't it, my friend?
Suffice it to say, the kingdom, as you probably well know, has business with the Dominion.
Business, if you mean all-out raging war, when our Sultan, may he please die tomorrow, goes on a rampage before he throws his last death wish, then yes.
I want to insight check this motherfucker.
Sure, go for it.
When he says that, I want to see if he's.
Just getting us to say like, oh yeah, we also hate him. Like, haha.
Exactly. Yeah.
I was lying.
Yeah.
Go ahead, roll the insight.
Yeah.
You can see that his feelings are like he couldn't keep them hidden even if he tried. Almost like that's how true they are. Like he
Yeah,
probably
like me.
despises the Sultan.
Oh, I say the same thing then.
Yeah,
Definitely in Darinese.
yeah. He kind of spits over his shoulder. Probably some ritual that's been done a million times by commoners who dislike Sultan. Well, I am happy that we didn't run into Sultan lovers out here, but even so, business in what way? It still seems a bit odd. And of course, I don't mean to just pry for the sake of prying, but it does seem a bit odd. A little bit like a joke, like you said, Navin, was it?
Ah, yes, no.
They're bringing me home.
He kind of looks at you and the way you're handling yourself. A slave, then? Past slave. It's a bit dangerous to be trekking inside here, then. Do you have your own documents?
No.
And I would be careful. If they catch you, they'll take you in again.
Not trying.
Oh, you, my friend, would probably not want to get into the way of the legal system. You would probably do better in either finding papers for your friend or simply keeping them hidden. When you're in larger cities, that is.
There's an interesting proposition. It seems like you know a lot about this subject, sir.
Oh, I know a lot about virtually everything. It's my job.
What
And if we
what is your
needed...
job? Sorry.
And if you needed, what?
Please allow my friend to speak first. I apologize.
What is my job, I'm assuming, was the question? Well, what would a man do out in the middle of nowhere with almost no guards and seemingly 2 carts filled with valuable goods be? Could only lead to one conclusion, no?
Merchant, of course, but Of what?
Merchants? Would I really be a merchant if I'm out here, where there's roads leading to nowhere?
Well, I was before, but
Well, suppose then merchant is good enough. It's close.
Father always said I would one day bed down with criminals. Suppose that day has come.
Criminals, it's such an outdated term, my good friend. I am simply a procurer of items and information for those who wish to gain it.
panic attack ensuing. Oh my god. Okay, yeah.
As you can see, we are foreigners in these lands, and I completely understand that we may not necessarily be the most profitable clients, albeit what trouble we might bring to you. But still, if you'd be willing to deal with us, we do have a bit of coin with us, and probably be easier to get if we were to barter rather than fight. No?
Oh, I am not looking to fight. If I wanted to, then this would have been a trap when you walked in. And you would have been, well, fucked, so to say, the moment you stepped inside. But no, I am not a man of violence. I left that many years ago. But before we talk any kind of business, he turns to Cohen. Your accent, my friend, Basta? Knew a fellow there once. Thought himself brave enough to go out into the desert and go through it. Of course, I never saw him again, but... well...
And who was that?
what was his name? Jorman or something? It's many years ago.
Jorah?
15... No. Jormun. This is some 15, 20 years ago.
Alright.
Brave man to go out into the desert without supplies.
Supplies he had, full nonetheless. The tribes sometimes have come back with information about what lies beyond, but it's not many that can do that journey themselves, especially if they do not know where the water is. Fool, I say. And many more will come. Now, business. I'm assuming you then perhaps want some papers for your friend to make sure he isn't taken in.
If it is manageable.
Oh, it is manageable. It is easily done.
Some of our friends here, Christopher, he does need an escort to the capital as quickly as possible. If
I
There's
thought you
any way
were
to-
my escort.
Yeah, we are.
yeah, but Christoph has urgent business there that needs to be accomplished as soon as possible.
Unfortunately, I am going the other way. But there seems to be quite a few things that you want to be asking of me, and funnily enough, there is actually one thing that I would want to ask of you as well. Now, it is going to sound a little bit mad and over the top, but please bear with me. And I think we might be able to strike a deal. Now, as I mentioned, I am a procurer of information. And it would just happen to be that today is the 4th of hunting. And tomorrow, I know that there is going to be a very special event, perhaps, so to say. Not far north from here, there is a canyon by the name of Ahuma el Faran. And you see, once every year, there is a passage, I suppose, opened up into a very special place. Now, this very special place belonged to a false king, or a sultan, long ago. And he was buried with all of his defiled items, so to say. And there just happens to be something inside that I very much would like to get. Of course, now you're wondering, why would I not go there myself? I did 30 years ago, and I'm not able to enter again. So every year,
Magics or
yes, strong magic's keeping me out. I believe that the entire place might be some sort of a demi-plane, and it only allows you to enter once, and once you have done so and you leave, you may never enter again. To my utter dissatisfaction, you see, I learned only after I came out about that one thing that I really wanted. And I can make you a deal that if you give me that one thing that I really want from this tomb, then I will let you take whatever it is that you want from inside, which is a lot of riches. And I'm talking Sultan worth amounts. However, you won't be able to betray me. Well, of course you could, but he very adeptly procures a key. This is the only way to get in. You see, when I left, I thought me smart of making sure that only I could enter again. Of course, I couldn't, but I still keep the key.
we discuss it amongst ourselves for a bit?
Of course.
I'll be right back. I've really got it.
Yeah, we're gonna take a break. Just don't
Alright,
wander
cool.
too far out in the desert because the sandworms will get you.
Sandworms. Right.
Yes.
Yes. Noted.
Okay, let's take a quick break here, team, and be back in 13-ish minutes.
30?
13.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay. See you soon. Bye. Ah.
And so players all get stamped to death.
No.
This was a good campaign. My
campaign.
favorite parts when we weren't being stabbed to death. My least favorite parts was dying.
Yeah. Because you are disrespectful towards me, your new character has 3 across the board. So you are basically a slime.
Oh, I love playing those. Those
Yeah.
be a lot of fun.
Reincarnated as a slime. Cool. So, he sits and he's talking about this place, and he kind of comes to, finish the initial description of it, and looks to gauge your reactions of this.
Garrus seems a bit suspicious, a bit bemuddled.
Yep.
Cohen does not look interested at the very least.
I was a bit confused, sort of like something doesn't like connect. Like the logic behind it is weird to him.
Yeah.
Brooding.
I mean, okay, so we just have
He
to
brewed brutally.
we just have to look at this then for the broody face. Look at that broody face. Like, holy shit, look at the broody face.
Just zoom in on that face.
Just zoom in on
That's
that
what he's
face.
doing.
I mean, when you zoom in, it actually looks better. But when you're zooming out, it looks like he's looking like this. Just like two different ways. Just like, huh? What?
I'm a monk.
I'm a monk. I hit things hard.
He has to brood. It's the only way he can see straight.
The worst part is that this one took 2 revisions of me telling the artist to change the face. So we went from the radioactive Mark Ruffalo looking like the biggest, buffest monk there is to looking like a baby 12-year-old being like, hello, I am new to adventuring. I bring monk powers to this broody looking fucking yeah. And also we did have Garrus 80 porn stash
Yeah.
that one was awful.
Big font, yeah.
That one was awful, but in the end, I mean, it did come out nice, but
It's fun to poke on it because it's fun.
it is fun to poke on a little bit, especially like unfortunately the artist was also quite like resilient of not wanting to make changes first and thinking that it was just really good and really nice, and I'm like, but this doesn't look like our characters.
Yeah.
Please change. We don't have Mark Ruffalo. We don't have this super big ass buff Cohen that looks to be 50 years old.
Yeah.
For the live action movie, we'll have Mark Ruffalo, but that's still it's in the works,
I've already emailed
obviously.
We don't have the rights to Mark Ruffalo's face yet, okay?
Yeah.
And now instead for Cohen we have Zlatan Ibrahimovic with his massive nose.
Yeah.
Which
that
is like
and also very angry in general. That is not.
yeah.
I nailed Navin though, I will say that.
I'm really happy about Navin, yeah.
I would say that Cohen looks like that when Eli turns him down. He's like,
My ridiculous face.
We could do a one shot where it's Navin's dream, and everyone is like how they looked in first revision.
yeah.
Oh my god, everyone's here, but they're not really here. Oh god. The Sorrow World over.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Alright.
Yeah,
What were we doing? We were raiding a mummy's tomb or something?
Yeah,
Mark Ruffalo.
So you have the Inigo Montoya meme that has to be done as well. What is it? You killed my mother. Like, oh yeah, hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys look a little bit suspicious and everything, and he kind of looks at you, kind of nods, take this very long gulp of his tea, puts it down. Look, I understand. You are a bunch of what? I think you call them not mercenaries anymore. Adventurers, right, in the south.
I believe
Where
the
are
term
you-
is homeless people.
Where are you? I'm sorry to laugh at that, but it was a very crude joke, and I liked it. Where are you never going to need magical artifacts and gold and money? If I can promise to give you papers for your friend and a safe way into Redilla, then what's the harm?
Put simply, sir, most strangers don't. You don't show up to a meeting with strangers most of the time with them promising great amounts of wealth and power for a day's work without there being some major catch.
No, the catch is simply, I can't answer. You can, and I really want that item.
You have several people with you. Why not send them?
Or hire somebody to do it for you if there's not much wealth with him.
Rashach, come in, please. You see the warrior that was outside, kind of sticks his head out. Would you mind sparring with my friend here? He kind of points to you, Navin. You see,
I get up.
You get up and you see God like, oh yeah, let's go. So just roll me initiative.
Yeah.
Ooh.
See if he's faster. Where's the initiative?
I don't think he is. Can you just roll a dex?
Oh, yeah, I can. Yeah, I'll do dex. 50.
Yep, even with a 9, you are faster than him.
Hey.
Yep, go ahead. Make a swing, or 2 swings, rather.
Yeah.
He explodes the minute the hammer makes contact.
Yeah, I won't grow in size because it's just a spar.
Yeah. Okay, that's the first hit.
Yeah.
And then second hit. So you whack, and like he stands there, he's ready with the shield. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna spar. Whack, and he's like, please don't hurt me. He tries to go in and make a swing, but just hits your armor, and you hear, that is enough.
I just put my weapon down again.
Yeah. If I were to hire people of your skill, then it would cost me a lot of money. Now, I am a man of... Well, I like my money. Now, what I am offering you isn't my money, is it? I am offering you my service of making a writ to make sure that your friend can come inside, and then whatever money and riches that you find in the tomb, which I assure you there is a lot of.
And why would you need people of our skill? Why not send an errand boy?
So, if I send an errand boy inside, he goes in and he gets himself killed.
And there's the catch. What are we looking at exactly?
As long as you don't touch anything, nothing too... What would fuck Tim is struggling for words? Nothing too dangerous. When we went in, there was some sarcophagi, and I believe that there's mummies inside them, but we didn't let them come outside. There is a statue inside of the treasure room, which I assume hits you if you jordle. So my guesses would be that you can grab one of the chests and then make a run for it. And then there is 2 tombs. One, when you come in, and there's to the left side. You don't need to touch that one. As far as I understand, there's nothing inside it. But the item that I am looking to procure is straight ahead in the Sultan's tomb itself. And it isn't actually in the tomb. You don't need to crack it or open it, but rather in one of the statues, there should be a small lamp. Now, that lamp must never be rubbed.
The shit out of that.
Is there a
one,
parrot nearby of
Yeah,
red colors and?
Where's the tiger?
I know.
Yeah.
Tia would do it.
Cohen at this. I would say I look over to Kristoff and just basically just shrug and just we can get those. We don't have time for this. So
Christoph looks. It was never a problem, but. Yeah. You're talking to the adrenaline junkie in the group, Curran. I think I'm the wrong person to be the moral
I know,
compass.
but you do know that we're on a bit of a time schedule.
Yes,
You
and
do
if
have
he's.
a tendency to get stuck underneath rubble.
Yeah.
I do,
That's-
especially when my friends aren't helping me up either. Now-
Well, if you can't help yourself, there's only so much we can do for you, Kristoff. You need to learn
Indeed.
to be able to
Indeed.
get out of trouble yourself. We can't solve everything with magic.
Imagine
I have
me-
limited spell slots.
Imagine me saying this to you when you're being dragged away by a shadow into the Shadowfell. Oh, Garrus, you have to solve this by yourself. Just be strong enough.
He saved us so many times, and we're here like, Kristoff, pull your own weight.
And we saved him in the forest, man.
Yeah, you did. You did. So, if this is only a day away, and I mean, I wouldn't be. I could be troubled if it's a demiplane tomb with riches. That means, first of all, I don't have to expend my money for us traveling around, and we can actually start using teleports to wherever we need. We could procure other magical items. That would be a great start.
Yes, it would.
be honest.
But the issue is he's not telling us nearly everything that is attached to this.
Sir.
If we're
If you
walking into a death trap, we can't do anything.
No, you are not walking into a death trap. I can draw you the layout. I can tell you where everything is. I don't know what more you would want me to do to be satisfied.
How far away is tomb?
Maybe 8 miles from here?
With
How many people died who were with you when you first went?
None.
And
Why are they not
didn't
here?
you... okay.
Sorry.
Why are they not here now?
Because just like you won't be together in 40 years, nor are my people.
There are untold riches inside and they know of the secret. Why would they not want to help you find more? Get more of these items?
I don't know.
Inside check, but if he's
Yeah.
being honest.
Go
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he seems truthful.
Well,
Listen, the location is different every year.
then how do you find it every year?
I don't. This is the first time I've seen it in 15 years.
Well, how do you know it's going to be there then? Have you seen the tomb? Or forgive us, this is just a very, very convenient happenstance. A little too convenient.
It is,
you in the
isn't it?
desert.
And then the worst thing that is that you go there, you see, is it something that happens? Then you can decide to either go in and do it, or you can fuck off. But I gain absolutely nothing from just telling you this information that is worth probably more than you will ever accumulate in your entire lives. Now, you are questioning me because I am telling you the truth. I can understand it. I do not have the answers. Just as a magician would never reveal all of their tricks, I have ways of finding information, and I will not, nor can, reveal the sources behind it. The proposition is, I will help you gain the rich so that neither of you will immediately be taken as slaves the moment that you get into Radilla, and you are given whatever riches are inside of that tomb for a single item.
Give us.
Fair.
We've been burned by well-wishers and men
Mm.
claiming to solve all the problems in the past.
Tim, I'm just
Yep.
wondering, out of character, how is it like if I would enter Redilla and do I have to show papers?
So every daring niece gets like papers of birth,
Oh yeah, okay.
and you need to carry them around with you
Yeah.
always.
Yeah, and that's one of the things he burned up, of course. Yeah.
Mhm.
So in that case, that means that I really
Yeah,
need
you
those.
you will just be taken as a slave. Period.
Yeah.
Like if somebody asks, you're taken as a slave, and if these people are with you, then I mean, either you can be their slave, but
Yeah.
it's
That's
it's
the
possible.
plan.
But,
I forgot my papers at home. Oh, but it's all the way down south. Oh,
Yeah, the
Sorry.
problem is going to be several kingdom men stepping into a Darien city
Well,
when
not
they're at
stepping
war.
in. We're rolling in with the
How do you
with
do,
the-
fellow Daryanese?
with the
Yeah.
water barrels.
So having wits is going to make you more or less immune unless you somehow gain the ire of a highborn noble.
Christoph? Yeah.
Christoph's power doesn't extend this way, probably.
No, I
You don't know.
Could we possibly piss off somebody in power, guys? Come on.
never
done
never
that before.
Never
happened.
do that. We're like so not. We're the nicest.
Darius is the nicest, most polite person in the world. To
Oh
ever
yes, I
interact.
remember
Yeah.
the first session with the Thieves Guild where you.
Oh God, no!
Yeah.
That was horrible. Oh my God.
You have grown since then, at least.
Oh, I'm not. I don't know about that, but thank you. Nonetheless, sometimes I question that myself.
Yep. Good.
Where were we?
I'm
Yeah.
willing to investigate this tomb for you, sir. But
I have.
what
But-
I'm hearing is that there is a place full of riches some miles away. And as such, there is a statistical probability that we may run into some individuals between here and there and back again.
I will follow you.
And should we not already have those papers in our possession?
No. What would stop you from running away if I gave you them?
Sense of honor, well wishing.
Yes, and
I'll,
that is why you're sneaking around in the night, having crossed over into the Dominion illegally, making sure that nobody sees you. Honor, right?
There's not much honor at all.
No.
Particularly
But
when
weirdly
you're-
enough, there is honor amongst thieves. So I would probably say that I have more honor than you in this case.
I have one question for you, and then I think I am more or less willing to commit to this.
He looks at you.
Are you a devil?
No.
Okay. Yes, as suspicious as it sounds, I am willing to give
Wait.
this a look.
Wait. Why are you asking me if I'm a devil?
Because I've run into devils.
Is any of you currently in a pact with the devil? Because if so, then this might change completely.
Not that I suspect. I do have a marking on my chest. So,
No.
Yeah, I mean, I think he would see Koa's reaction to that. So,
Yeah, he would definitely, and he kind of looks at you. Hmm.
I might be.
He kind of looks at you, looks at the rest of you guys. And then I'm assuming that those necklaces are ways for that devil not to find you.
Yeah.
or at least that was the intention.
Mm-hmm. Do you trust this person? They nod toward Cohen.
Why not?
Absolutely.
Good. Then I will trust your judgments in that this devil won't show up and take away my my item.
I'm sorry, can you repeat what your name was? You don't have to do it, but I want to see if Cohen has heard of this guy because it
Yeah,
feels
sure.
like he might have.
Yeah.
So,
Elriani M. Savant.
yeah.
Yes, my name is El Rayani M. Saran. You can make me a history check. It might be so the demons have mentioned.
I mean, if
said
this is a
person before.
rival, that would definitely make sense, but...
That bastard Sarant, he took my slaves this
I
week
mean,
again.
it
God damn
makes sense. Yes.
Hey.
I mean, yes, you have definitely heard the name. I think that to make it a bit spicy, this was the person that you stole the book that Morgan from.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
So yeah, you
Start
know this is-
sweating like I didn't know.
Yeah, I do. Yes.
Yeah. So this is
Um.
a well-known smuggler in the Darien Dominion. Like this is top of the notch. And I think that with the crit, you would probably know that what he's talking about is like his search for, so to say. Like this
Yeah,
is what he has
the crown
always
jewel.
wanted to do. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I assume that you know who Demos Villadelis is.
How is he gonna play this? You see a slight twitch in his face as you say the name. You see him reach toward his hilt.
He took me as a slave, and well, I don't do his bidding, or I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. I just
If you wish us to leave, we can. It's regrettable that such things have happened, and I would understand the sentiment.
He takes a long time looking at Cohen, looking around at all of your faces, as he kind of lets his left hand leave the hilt. I have waited 15 years for this. I am not waiting another 15 years. I don't care who you are going in, to be honest. As long as you give a try at procuring this item. Now, he takes a good long look at Cohen. If you are Demus's, then I am sorry for you, friend.
Let's see.
Oh, you muted yourself. Right.
Did he say something else?
No, I just heard "let's see" and then he muted himself. There we go.
Sorry about that. I don't know if the phone picked up on the mic. If it didn't, I'm really happy about that.
What were you gonna say? Right?
Me? No, nothing.
Oh.
I just wanted to make sure my phone was off.
Oh, okay.
We didn't hear it. No.
That's a miracle. All right, cool.
To be clear, that lamp is as much ours as it is yours until those papers are in our hands.
Of course. But know this. My wealth is more than most smaller nations. And if you screw me over, you will die. By someone's of my paid hands. I
Think we've
will
made-
hunt you to the border of the world. And do I have to? I will chase you off the edge. Because that lamp is mine.
I'm not intimidated. Draw the map. So we can get going.
But you.
I'm not leaving now in the middle of the night with all of those damn sandworms out there. We have 24 hours.
You can draw the map now, right?
Yes,
Dory
I
already has
could.
it.
Again, my friend, he's always been a bit hasty.
You said something about there might being a problem if I had a deal with.
Yes. Because you're stepping into a demiplane. It's not having to abide by the rules of this realm. And depending on the devil, they might be able to just pop in.
With
Yeah.
these necklaces, they should not be able to see where we are, right? Even in the
No.
demiplane.
I don't know.
Thanks for your hospitality, friend. We will do our best to get your hands on your lamp, and hopefully this can be a very mutually beneficial arrangement.
Come back tomorrow, first light, and we'll travel up to where it is. Don't stray too far south, as I said.
Sandworm.
Any conversations you guys want to have as you
Yeah, what the
leave?
fuck?
We get out of earshot, I guess, from the
Yeah.
place.
Just wanted to be sure, I apologize.
So that's your big plan, that we're gonna help him steal this or get this artifact, and in return we're gonna get riches. That doesn't fucking matter in the long
Gonna
run.
get those papers.
Yeah,
Owen.
sure, we
Stop us from falling at the first hurdle.
yeah, but
Papers aren't necessarily what I'm worried about. But having a hand in the Elderi Dominion that can actually influence events, make things easier on us, having an ally, that is what I'm hopeful for.
Powerful
Might be fine.
smuggler is a great ally.
Indeed. We might find some item inside or some of the riches. Maybe a hat like we already have or something greater to help us in our pursuit.
We could always use more hats. Owen, what is on your mind?
well, what's on my mind is that you guys are gonna get killed.
We don't die easily.
Oh, you say that now, but just like you said, it's a demi-plane, and I don't think that this is gonna work, and Demos can just easily sweep in and take and kill you guys, and
Owen, you said that he was here yesterday. or
Because
just a couple of days.
because
Why wouldn't he do it then?
I
Why
don't
aren't we
know.
still alive after we've met him several times? Why are we still alive after we fought him in Ballora? Why hasn't he already taken us? We've only grown stronger. He could have taken us when we were much weaker than we are now.
He likes the game, if I had to guess.
Yes. I understand your worry, Cohen. I do. But Demos is is a wicked soul who likes to toy with us, and the fear that you're giving off is, sure, it's explanatory, but if he wanted to, we would have already been dead, no? The same with probably Ilatasuna, perhaps except for Anton. And I mean, if Madame Brissel and Anton are both what they said that they wanted, wouldn't we all just be dead? Like,
I'm more worried about whatever's in that tomb, to be honest.
that's tangible and understandable, because we don't know really where we're getting into, but I think we're worrying about too much. We can't deduct what the gods will do. We have we can't even comprehend their powers to start with. Now, if these beings are as powerful as we make them out to be, then there's no need to worry. If they want us dead, then we're dead.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll be fine. We have so far.
I think for just a comedic moment, as you guys are moving away, you suddenly see like a slit in the reality and the top kind of being pushed away, and you see Demos's face kind of getting through, and he's like,
God damn it.
could you please stop using my name all the time? It forces me to listen in. And then he just kind of puts the top back and just disappears.
Are you kidding?
No.
What?
Yeah.
Stop using my name in vain!
He's told you several times
I know.
when you say his name.
Oh. But he can't see us because of the fucking amulet. Oh, he
Well,
can.
maybe he can hear us.
From now on, we call Demos that fucker. Are we all in agreement?
You
We
see,
don't
like,
have to worry
a
about that fucker for now.
full thumbs up. Like,
Let's make our way into the tomb tomorrow. What happens will happen. Are you okay with that, Cohen?
We'll just have to say he who shall not be named.
he who misses the nose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. First night actually in the savannah is, thanks to the tiny tents, comfortable, but outside, like when you wake up in the morning, or like just as about you're kind of going in, it's cold during the nights, and when you wake up in the morning, the sun is just like angrily staring down at you guys.
Ugh.
And all of the wetness on your skin from yesterday and such, like, it just increases, especially Navin being in armor and such. It just drapes down your arms, and yuck.
Mel City.
Yep. You walk back to the place where he had kind of set up his things, and you see that they're in process of kind of pulling things down. In total, now that everybody's awake, there seems to be 8-ish guards. One of them with 2 very large bruises extending up his arm and neck. And he kind of sees you, and he looks down, and he looks up, and he's like,
I give it like a you did good.
Oh, cool. So he continues getting the top down and everything, and you see how Riani kind of walks out and nods. You are still here. Good. Come, it is this way. And he starts walking on foot. Better lead your horses. It's only 8 miles.
Very well. Before we leave,
So 8 kilometers would be, not miles. Yeah. Yes.
would you happen to have any text with you? I'm looking for medical textbooks in particular.
Yes, I do. And you can use whatever wealth it is that you procure inside there to purchase it.
Fair enough.
Are we talking bone fractures, herbalism, alchemy, the soul.
More to the extent of muscles, specifically vocal cords or something of the like.
Like more of a how it is structured or how it is healed.
Structured.
I
I
think
need
I might
something
have.
anatomy.
Yes, yes. There was a great book written by, and he like starts rambling on as you guys are walking, and I think Gary's like there's few men or few people that you have met in where you get a feeling of like this man's intellect needs to be fed. It's been with your professor in Bellora, mainly because he very well like hid his intelligence, but when it showed, it was like holy shit. But this man's greed to knowing and understanding and his aptitude for understanding is frightening almost. He seems to know almost everything of all the small tidbits and such, and shares so obscure information that it's like mind blown. Would Garrus listen eagerly, or would it be like he's rambling, not talking?
He'd probably listen in.
Yep.
A lot of it would go over his head. His studies have been in a very limited regime, but hearing his enrapturation, I don't know, would probably engage him.
Yeah, I mean, there would be like he could talk magic, and he could talk basically anything that you probably would be interested in. But yeah, eventually, after just a few, I'd say 2 hours almost, you have walked, and you notice when he's walking a very specific path. He's looking at the sand and suddenly just making veerings here and there, and like telling you very carefully, like, don't step here, or sometimes he tells you like to stop. And if you like continue moving, like he starts yelling at you to freeze. And you notice like his entire party, the moment that Verjani says stop, they just immediately freeze. Would somebody ask or care to ask as we're going along, or would it be just like, you're going along with it?
I don't ask.
Yeah, I'll just do what he says.
Garrus can probably elucidate what the reason is.
Eventually, the sun starts kind of rising to the top of the sky, and you feel how the grass sand underneath your feet is substituted for rock as you're moving up towards a crevice in the ground. And as you do, you see how Rajani and the carts move up to the rocky parts, and how the tent is kind of being plucked up and placed, and then how he quite quickly finds himself sitting on a similar pillow, and then would invite you guys to sit if you would want to.
Sit down.
Yep. This time, without asking, he kind of sticks his hand inside his nice coat, kind of brings out a bottle of wine that you can see the frigidness on the glass as he pops the cork, and then glasses are brought in, and he pours a glass of chilled wine and takes a sip, and then starts asking for all of your names as you see him pull out like several papers and starts making what seems to be writs.
Should we give our actual names, given that many of us are Twiki?
Yes.
Garrus Steinholm.
He would write it, and then I'm assuming we go around.
Yeah, Eli gives his name this time.
Yep. And when you get to like here to the last, to Christoph, kind of like Rajani looks at Christoph. Christoph looks back at him, and he's like, "Oh, me. Sorry, I don't need it." He kind of looks questioning. What do you need? You mean not need it? I got my own. Thanks. Kind of looks a bit hungrily almost at this.
Yeah.
And swallows a little bit and kind of nods.
Okay.
Okay. I would ask to see them, but I feel it is not the right moment. So, to the matter then. Your writs will be done when you get back. I have the most basic needs. When the stars come up, if you follow the eastern side of the ridge to maybe another 30 minutes, you will see when the moon rises and hits the bottom, a door appear. Now you can step into that door, and you'll find yourself in a chamber with scarab statues on either side of you. In front of them is a door that this key will open. He kind of flicks it over and hands it out towards Eli. Now, once you have opened that, you will find yourself in a large chamber. 2 sphinxes and 6 sarcophagus, I believe.
Sphinxes, actual sphinxes? As in
no,
the
statues.
Oh. Okay.
They did not come to life when I was there, and I inspected them very carefully. There was no magical residue on either of them.
And the coffins?
Probably best not to touch them. I do believe that there might be mummies inside. Now, there are 3 staircases, west, east, and north. East, there is a door that leads to the treasure room. Now, the treasure room can only be accessed by the same key once it has been transformed.
Transformed?
Yes. The moment that your friend here takes a hold of the lamp will be fixated to his person, and the key will change. And it will allow you to enter the treasure room. This way, I am certain that you're bringing the lamp out, and that you also have access into the room where you need to go. To the west, there is a sarcophagus that's is a bit shrouded in mystery. It might be an old priestess, it might be a mistress, but something is buried there, and for the love of God, leave it be, because I have no idea what is inside it. There were some powerful arcane runes on it.
And the north?
Now, the north is where the Sultan himself lie. He should be surrounded by 2 sarcophaguses, 2 scarab statues, and 2 snake statues. It is inside the northwestern snake statue that you will find the lamp. It is about this size, green, and please, whatever you do, do not rub it. Now, there might be riches inside the tomb itself. There are no arcane symbols, and I myself did not lift it, so I do not know. And as I mentioned, I do believe that the statue inside the treasure room will somehow animate once you take something from there. So my best offers would be take a chest and run and get out. And do that the last thing you
Bags
do.
of holding connecting to the ethereal plane remain in effect.
I don't know. I myself did not have the luxury of bringing one into it. But I do believe that the chests are quite big, so it might require either one strong person, in kind of gestures to Navin, or 2 of you.
Question.
Yes.
What happens in something that's larger than the bag of holding?
It rips.
Okay, gotcha.
So if you force it, it rips and everything spills out.
So we have an hour. Okay.
I think opening a bag in a demiplane usually doesn't
Actually,
go pretty well.
No, it's only if you put a another one
Captain.
inside it.
But is it like it's already if the bag? If you open it inside a demiplane, it's inside the demiplane, right? And I think that's not necessarily.
The problem
it can
is
be
the
bad.
demiplane inside the demiplane that breaks. If
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
It would probably be the way of, you need several ones of the same magnitude kind of deal, If you... The bag of holding isn't a demiplane per se. It's
No.
like just a space of nothingness, like the astral plane.
A pocket dimension, yeah.
Yeah, pocket dimension. Whereas, whilst this is also quote unquote a pocket dimension, this would be, more of a Mordekainen's mansion type spell. So it works under different rules.
Okay.
Any other questions?
how long will you give us?
Me? It is not I that require time. You may take however much time you want. However, if you stay inside there for... how long? What day is it today? It is 5th of hunting. Night should be 9 hours, 34 minutes long. So you have that long. Because once the sun rises, you will be stuck in there until the next time the portal opens.
To God only knows where.
Yes.
Oh, now it just has such a like. Okay, that would be like you would stuck there till next year. Like, well, that's not necessarily bad for this guy because then he could probably find them once they leave, and then he knows where the portal is. But yeah, he keeps it to himself.
Yep. Okay. So you sit and you talk and you share some rather bland stories until night starts to fall. You hear the sounds of what probably is gnolls running across the savannah, and you set off to leave, following the eastern ridge for about 30 minutes. And when you do, staring down into the canyon beneath, maybe some 35 feet below, as the moon rises high, you see a beautiful golden blue door appear in the midst of the canyon, out of nowhere.
I think that
Cool.
might be the wrong door.
I start walking towards it.
Yep,
Wasting
you
no
have
time.
to climb down
Yeah.
and then go into it.
Yeah, I'll climb down.
Yep, you will be
Awesome.
able to climb down without too much trouble.
Oh, we get our horses inside now.
No. Don't think you can do horses. Cool.
Bad horsey. Bad horsey. Stop
What do
blinking
you
that.
What do you do when you get to the door? All of you.
Well, I wait for Eli.
Eli doesn't even slow down.
Yeah, just walk up towards the door.
Yep.
Yeah, so the moment that you touch the door, Eli just vanishes.
I do the same.
Yeah, touch the door, vanish.
I also touch it.
Yeah. You touch the door, you vanish.
Touch the door.
When you touch the door, the hand kind of grabs you just before. And you feel it like shaking a little bit, and then it releases you.
Grab some papers, some ink. Had it quickly right.
And you see, like, it draws frown face. This is why you should let me make a mouth. I don't know if this will cause us to be seen by the Shadow Lords.
Insert in Lutisuna. We know.
They're already in there, are they not?
Yes, that is why I'm not holding you back. We're in this together. Now go.
Thank you. I'm working on it. No. Let's go.
Rambo, about to say something important. Touch the door. She comes in, and you will find yourselves standing in a sandy hall. You come in, and it's like you're hit with this like dusty feeling in your lungs and your mouth. It's dry, and you see, just as he had described, 6 scarabs either side.
We should move quickly. We don't know who can see us here.
Yep.
You move up to the door that is locked. There was one person that was given the key.
Wow.
Eli walks up. Yeah. I'm just gonna change some music. So you should be able to click it and open it now.
There we go.
Okay, so you step inside and you see, as said, you see 2 sphinxes, you see several sarcophagi, and the 3 places to go. Cohen, you would see that there's like some text scribbled on both of these. Yeah. I'll pause. See where's the... Nope, it is not. Yeah, sure, you can read it. Well, that's the worst way. Many forms. Cohen reads this out loud.
Yeah.
And then says death.
Garrus is making his way to the stairs. Not paying
Making my way
attention to
downtown.
anything. Doing his job.
It always end undead stuff. Last time it was a
Oh.
crocodile.
Make me
Oh my
roll for combat,
God.
everybody.
That's why I'm not supposed to do shit on my
Oh,
own.
but this is so hard. Like, I mean, the DM provides you with a riddle and you say the answer, and it's so like natural. And then
Yeah.
it seems like the moment that you say death, you feel this arcane ripple throughout the room,
Yeah.
and the sarcophagus just opens and just.
God fucking damn me.
So, yeah,
You
works.
rang.
Scary, right?
Yeah, well, you know, I can always call for my demon pal.
Daddy? Yes.
Who makes a riddle and then sets the trap to be made on the riddle
Pretty good,
answer?
pretty good way to make a
Just
trap.
bring the trap! This is horrible!
What do you mean Sarah loves this stuff? No, I fucking don't. And I solved the riddle. I really hate riddles, but I made it, and now I hate riddles even more. So thank you.
Riddle something obscure like sleep or something, and we just got the wrong answer.
Yeah.
Nah. It was death. Oh, no. you
Spent
did
2
it
hours
right.
trying to figure it out, and like, oh, I finally got it. And like, oh, trap. Oh,
Yeah.
oh no.
Eli, you are the first one to very quickly notice as these sarcophagus doors just fall down, and these mummies all... Sorry, before we do that, can we all roll a religion, please?
Yeah, man.
See if you guys have any questions about them.
Wait, why is there no mummy here?
One question from
That
Garrus
isn't here.
and one question. So you have 2 questions in total.
Alright.
What do you want to ask?
What are mummies resistant against? What doesn't work on them?
So you have to ask For elemental damages, for physical damages, or for worldly damages.
Are they resistant to physical damages?
Yes, from non-magical attacks.
That concludes
that's
my
one.
one question.
Okay.
I mean, the other one you can ask together as well if you want to.
Are they? No, I'm not gonna ask anything because it's just, I just fuck
What?
shit up. So I'm
More
not
information
asking.
can't hurt.
Well, I think we already know that, so I'm not gonna ask that.
How
for
bad
it.
is mummy rot in this setting?
Bad. He told us last session.
Mm-hmm. You know about the rot.
Yeah, you told us
Yep.
about that.
Cool. So we'll say that then is the question, I suppose. Okay, Eli.
Eli, using his momentum, is going to run over here and just pummel this dude.
Fuck
He's
me.
going to go for a punch.
Whack, whack.
Attack roll.
Yeah, and that hits.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
And then he's going to go for another punch.
another punch.
Oh my god.
That
you-
also hits.
Luke, look at Tim when you're doing this. He's smiling. That's not a good thing.
What?
He's happy we're beating up the mummy.
No, I'm still happy because you fell so easily for the trap.
Okay, fine.
I thought it was a brilliant move on my end, and I'm just sitting here and just rubbing myself the right way.
Then I'm going to spend a Kage
Yep.
and
And whack whack.
flurry
Oh.
of blows, punchy punch.
Nice. 5. So before you hit the second one, do you want him prone, knocked back, or no reactions? Oh, did we lose Luke? First time since his new place. Damn. He'll be back. We'll continue with the next person for now. Mr. Cohen.
What?
Oh, there
He's
he's back.
I'm back.
So when
Yeah,
you
my
hit
magic
him,
Yep.
do you want to knock him prone, push him back, or give him no reactions?
Hold on, the foundry's just reloading.
Yep.
Prone, 15 feet back, or I'm going to say no reactions.
No reactions. Cool. So I can only see one attack that you did. Did you roll both of them when you disconnected?
I did, yeah. There was a
Did-
14 and a 17.
Yeah, so all of them hit then. So
Okay, it was like that's the 5 damage. One of them was like 3 damage, and one of them was like another 5 damage.
I don't think you can roll 3. I think 5 is the absolute lowest. Oh yeah, 4 is. So we'll put like another 5 in here and then
Okay.
call it a day. Nice. So you and Cohen.
Yeah. What kind of damage is guiding bolt? I don't see-
Radiant.
Radiant. Yeah, that's not gonna help.
Wait,
Radiant
Force-
is usually the other way of the of undead. Like usually in all normal games and such,
Yeah.
it's like Radiant is really good against undead creatures, or at least it's never.
bad.
Yeah,
It's usually not bad.
usually
If it's
not bad.
extra planar
I'll do
and
that.
evil, radiant damage
So
is
I'll
usually
cast it on that dude.
Yep. You turn. There is.
Oh my god.
Aww.
Roll me a confirm.
No. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna roll your confirm because I'm not gonna confirm that fucking
Yeah,
attack.
I mean it
Just
might
no.
blow up in your face. Oh, that was almost the one again.
Say that misses, please.
13, you're good, see. So you conjure the spell, but it just fizzles.
Okay, yeah. Can I cast a Eldritch Blast?
No, that is your action.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna step back.
Yep. Christoph is gonna fire twice at the boy that you
And
shot
he
at.
got chat inspiration as well.
He does, so we'll
Yeah.
make this
Yeah.
one advantage. And it's not a crit, but he's gonna put 9 damage in, and then another 15 for a total of 24. Boom! Mummy's turn. Brr. Brr. Hello, Christoph.
Alright, nice knowing you, Christoph. You've been a very great DMTC.
Blap. Yeah, that actually does hit him.
Nice.
No, you haven't used the disadvantage yet.
That is true. That still hits him.
God damn it.
Aw.
I will block 16 damage with the ward.
Are you within range?
I believe so. I think it's 60 feet, but let me check. Features. Projected ward. Output. 30 feet. No, not
Yeah,
currently.
I assumed it was 30 feet. I just had a feeling. Let's hope that he doesn't fail this. That is close. Close. Christoph takes 26 points of damage. And he's not very happy. Garrus.
Let's damn it. We had one job. I'll take a step back. First off, I'm going to cast Protection from Good and Evil on Eli here. Yep, just to bring the staff down and a ward of purple just suddenly erupts around him. Bonus action Shillelagh.
Yep.
5, and I'm gonna get to where someone can protect me. 10, 15, 20, and my turn here.
Navin.
Yeah. Fists together. We're going big. And then we're going to try and attack the guy who has assaulted Christoph. Lay off my friend!
Swole Navin.
Whoa! Bonk. Hit.
Not the greatest. Hey, nice.
16 damage.
Yeah. And then just
This
a
is
regular
the
one after
magical one
that.
as well.
Yeah.
Another 7 damage. Yeah,
Nah,
boy.
that's much damage though. And
I got any?
does it look like I guess the mummies are hard to tell if they're like dying or if it's having an impact.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you were hitting it and it's making noise,
Yeah.
but.
Yeah.
Bleh. Bleh. Bleh.
Oh, come on! That isn't.
Yeah.
That isn't.
It
They can just
climbs
do that.
over. So 5, 15, 25, and then it's gonna slap you.
Alright, well,
Slap.
Hey.
it's gonna try.
That's right. Bleh. Bleh. Bleh.
I love
Navin.
the Minecraft
Yeah.
sound effect these mummies make.
Yeah,
That's
they
a miss.
are a little bit.
Love it.
And then with disadvantage, the one at the top against Eli. Ooh, that
Come
is still a
on,
hit.
man.
That's
That is-
21. Yeah, that's a hit.
That's a level 1 spell slot.
28. Yeah.
That
Go
shit
ahead
is
and make
not
me a
cheap.
Constitution saving throw.
Fucking don't
I'm
fuck it
gonna-
up. And you had chat inspiration, didn't
Oh,
you?
that one is.
I'll
that
block
one is
16
long
of that
gone.
damage with my ward,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah,
now gone.
so you'll take 12. But if you fail this,
Okay.
don't fail it. Look, don't fail it.
I'm not gonna.
Don't fail it.
Hold on. So I took off 27 and then you blocked 12. So I only
16.
took 15.
16. I blocked
So you
16.
You only
Blocked
take
16.
So add 16 health back.
Okay, thank you. That's what I needed.
That's,
Alright, and then I'm rolling
Con save.
con.
don't fuck it up.
Kind of, yeah.
You're my future boyfriend. You can't die.
Eli, it's your turn. You feel it hit you straight in the stomach, and you
Ooh.
feel this just rot start spread, but you abs it back and pop it out of your body.
Garrus, you
Right.
got a high level spell slot from Tabaxi.
Hey,
Oh, thank you, Tabaxi.
Yeah.
That is
Nice.
6
Saving our
spell-
bacon.
6 spell points back. 7.
Alright.
Should be. No, you were level. So we're level. Yeah. So it's 5 spell point back because of the level. Eli, it's you.
Oh, sorry.
Can I use my hotness to put
These
them
guys-
on fire?
Yeah, I wish I had like flaming
Aw.
fists.
I like that you're doing this as well, Sarah. There.
Yeah, come on.
The mummy also starts like unwrapping, like, oh.
I mean, sure.
I've thought about it, and
Yep.
I'm gonna punch him.
Yep.
Yep.
Nice. The monk thinks and punches.
And then
Nice.
I'm gonna punch him.
What? Really? The monk punching?
And then I'm gonna do the thing where I punch him again.
Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. That's
And again.
Oh, hey!
Hey, that's a crit. Roll me a confirm, please.
And then I'm gonna knock it prone.
No, confirm first. You roll the
Yes.
crit.
Cool. Yeah. I'll just roll another attack.
Yeah, just roll another attack.
Come on, 20. Come on, 20. Oh,
Roll a
Stop.
d100.
Yay.
Yeah, sure.
100.
Cool. I'll keep that in mind.
Okay.
It is almost dead, and I believe that it is going to be prone. Yep, it falls
Yeah.
prone.
Right
Punch,
on
punch,
its
punch.
tushy.
Cohen.
Stay down.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a 5-foot step, the thing
Yep.
thingy, so I don't get attacked.
Slap.
And
Yep.
then I'm gonna heal Kristoff.
Yep, nice. You can reach him from where you were standing in the doorway.
Oh, okay, cool.
Ooh.
Let's see, how do I do that? I'm gonna do a cure wounds. Let's go beefy.
Ooh, that's a great roll, and that's plus
That
an
was.
additional
That was.
Jeez.
Was that 2/8?
5.
Yeah.
So 28 health
Damn.
back.
Mm,
He is ripe.
yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Bonus action?
Cry?
Sure. Christoph stands up, seeing
feel
that he's
that.
kind of fucked. He, with disadvantage, tries to shoot the boy in front of him twice.
He doesn't
Oh,
take a
man.
5-foot
Second one,
step.
though.
It's where to? He's still gonna get hit.
Back into the room.
He can't like Cohen is standing literally in the door. How he's gonna take a
Okay,
5-foot
yeah,
step?
You make a good point.
Who?
You are standing in the middle of the doorway.
Yeah.
He still hits, and then the mummy is gonna. I realized that they actually have. Oh yes. Make a wisdom saving throw, Navin.
Yeah. Oh, they have, yeah.
You can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
I have chat inspiration, so I'll probably use it for
Yeah.
this one.
Yes.
You have to.
I get no, it would have been used on previous,
It's fine,
I think,
use
for the
it.
writing.
D6.
Use it.
Oops.
Oh, that is a d6 adding here. You need to roll a 6.
Roll 1d6. I'll probably add my other inspiration as well, maybe. Yeah, I will use my d12 that I got earlier today.
Don't roll the 1.
I'll try not to.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
Hey, it's done.
All good. So he's just gonna punch you.
Yeah.
Yeah, misses.
Yeah.
And then Garrus, you
mummy
see how
there.
this mummy in front of you is glaring quite dreadfully at you. You do need to make me a wisdom saving throw.
I don't like wisdom saving throws.
I know.
Can we make it an intelligence saving throw instead?
Oh my
Nah.
Very
god.
well. I'm spending my inspiration on that.
Do it. That feels
Really?
like a good thing.
Marginally better.
Oh, good.
Alright.
15. Yep, you may take your turn.
All right, I'm going to take a 5-foot step back.
Yep.
Pass the staff to the arm, and with my free hand, cast fireball at this prone mummy.
Go ahead.
I
That's
believe it's
where the
control
fire
for
comes in.
disadvantage.
Yeah, control with disadvantage. Because of how it is hit.
That is
Oh,
a nat 1.
And it
That
re-rolls
is a
into a
2.
nat 2. Nice. So you're trying to like get over the Sphinx, kind of do the twirly and then shoot down. But with Eli's continuous attacks, you don't find a good opening. And just as you see, like, this is just where I'm gonna shoot, Eli goes in to like knock it prone and just gets in the way and not to shoot Eli in the back. You redirect it.
Besides myself, basically bring up my free hand and try to reconstruct the ward and
Yep.
cast Sanctuary on myself.
Nice. And Naveen.
Yeah, I'll activate my Frost Rune.
Yep.
Touch it and just activate that. And then I will try to knock the one that's still in front of me, like in front of Christoph, and so I'll attack and do a maneuver attack on him to try and knock him prone.
Yep.
That would be, let's see, ogre and there we go.
Nice.
Oh man! Wah, wah. See if it's confirmed.
Nope. Close though.
Yeah.
Make your second attack.
So that's a miss. I still get to roll with the ogres. But
Yes, you
it's
do.
I don't think
So
you can
the
do two
first
maneuvers
swing-
at once, right? Yeah.
The first swing takes no maneuvers. You can do whenever. You don't even spend the
Oh.
maneuver because you didn't hit him. So
Ah.
the first hit with your hammer takes the Sphinx's nose off.
Oh no! I'll try to double down and do it again.
Yep.
But this time actually hitting him.
Yep. There's no Sphinx nose in the way now, but a 2 isn't gonna make it.
Nope.
So the second time, the mummy, like, for some reason, its knees just goes out and just falls down, and your swing just whoosh over, and it's just like, whoop, where did it go?
Like, yeah.
I think this one is gonna step down. Garrus, make me a wisdom saving throw, and then wait, no, I need to double check. So if you pass it,
If it's targeted me, area of effect doesn't matter, but if it's a specific target, it needs a wisdom save.
no, you need. It's not an attack, so.
No.
It doesn't matter. Let me
It's
output it.
scary for you because it's a mummy.
I don't want to output. Okay, I'll just add 2 spell points. I believe.
With
It
an
doesn't
attack
target
or
you. The
harmful
creature doesn't
spell.
target. Yeah.
It's
Is it
not
a
an
harmful
it's not
spell,
a harmful
technically?
spell. No.
All right,
It's not.
I'll make a wisdom save.
Make your wisdom save, and then with advantage, it's gonna slap Navin because it's surrounding you, but it misses you still. This mummy is gonna try to hit.
Thank God. I'm not sure if that makes a difference.
No,
That's me.
you are paralyzed, Garrus.
What?
Now, Garrus, you cast Sanctuary on yourself, which is no, it's not a concentration spell. So you still have the one up from Eli. So with disadvantage on Eli, that is still a good hit. 17, Eli?
Nope, miss.
No.
Don't kill
Your
my
new
boyfriend.
your new AC is
can't
helping
kill
you.
my
I got those braces from the Sultan.
Yeah,
or
make me
whoever,
a
didn't I?
wisdom saving throw, though. Navin, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Stop!
No, you-
We're already. Stop!
Yeah.
All good. You're
Punch,
immune.
punch.
But wasn't I immune from the previous
Yeah,
one I
no.
passed?
No.
Okay.
I have added, unfortunately,
Well, that's a big no.
nasty thing. I mean,
Yep.
it has to hit you as well.
Yeah.
And even with advantage, I
It
don't
still
think that
misses.
hits you. So,
That's- no, 20 AC.
Eli,
Punch, punch.
punch, punch. Cat butt. don't do that.
Punch.
Yeah, it's dead.
Awesome.
How do you punch it to the death to death?
I punch it so hard in its face that the bindings on the back explode Kennedy style, and there's just a plume of dust outwards.
Nice.
And then I turn around and I run over here, and I'm going to punch him.
Punch him. Hey, that's a good punch. That's shit damage, though. Need to get past from that, Eli.
That is all he's doing this time.
Okay, you do get
so
a
the
free
mummy is
get a free unarmed attack without using key points. So normal without spending key points, it's punch action. Bonus action is 1 punch. So you can
Okay.
always do 3 attacks without spending target.
Punch.
Devil's advocate. Isn't this mummy surrounded right now?
Because Navin is surrounded, no.
No,
Okay.
yeah, I can't. Yeah, I'm basically just defending myself, so it's only
Yep.
one side for him.
Cohen.
Yeah. Bonus action. I will definitely try to inspire Navin. Don't just stand there.
Try and hit him. Thank you.
I mean, is that better inspiration than before? I don't know. That's up to you.
Time will tell.
Yeah, and I'm gonna cast a Eldritch Blast on this boyo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. That's 1 hit, 9 damage. Second roll.
Yay!
So Eldritch Blast is 2 attacks.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
there we go.
Yeah.
Nice, she remembers now. 2 damage. Yay! Yeah,
Yay.
nice damage. Nice hits. And Christoph is going to still attempt to, with disadvantage, shoot the boy in front of him. Oh, that's a 1.
Navin.
And this one technically be an 18. So he dies.
What is?
No. This one dies, and then he now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then Garis. You notice the one in front of you is intently looking at Eli as he has punched him in the back, head turned around the spine, looking the wrong way.
Creepy. I can't do anything because I'm paralyzed.
Oh yeah, that's right. How long are you paralyzed? Until the end of your
I'm
turn?
just staring helplessly, praying that the wards maintain their shape.
No, it's if you fail by 5 or more. Sorry, you are only frightened. You may run.
Oh, okay, cool. So I will. I'm not smart enough to take a 5-foot step while frightened, I think. So
No.
5, 10.
The thing is,
15.
you don't need to run either away from it. The only thing is that you can't willingly move closer to it.
Yeah.
And as long as you have it in its sight, everything is done with disadvantage. It's gonna try and swipe at you, but it's
I'm gonna look at my spells for things that I can do that aren't too costly. And that don't take concentration. I didn't think I'd have a turn, so I didn't actually prepare. So,
So expected. I get to do stuff.
kitty cam.
No.
I don't want to drop. I'm far enough away. I'll drop Sanctuary for a firebolt on this one back here.
Oh
sorry,
no.
my
There's a
system-
lot of ones at the moment. You suck, Garrus. Gavin.
I try and knock the guy between me and Eli
Yep.
to try and get him prone. Come on! The third 1 or 2. Yeah, that's a miss. So again, like they're too small while I'm this big.
Yep.
So I try again.
Yeah, that's the hit at least. 13
Yeah.
damage is just enough to kill it.
Nice. I'll take a action search and try to hit
Yep.
the other one, but it'll just be regular attacks. Hey, what do you know?
There we go. Make me a confirmation.
Another one.
please.
Yep.
Roll me D100.
Aww, Yeti.
Not so high.
Not so high. Okay.
Yeah, and then the last attack, just a normal one.
And damage.
Hey.
Another 11. You did more damage with that normal roll than you did with your crit.
Yep. That's
Nice.
how the dice roll sometimes, and that's better.
And the mummy is going to 5-foot step and slap Cohen. Aha!
Oh.
20.
Oh no!
Make me a Constitution saving throw.
I'll block
Cohen.
2 of the
Uh-huh.
damage.
Of course
You
you
are
do it
too
not
far
against me.
away.
He's not
You
ranged.
can't.
Yeah, I can.
Oh,
I'm gonna pee myself soon. I don't know. I'm so scared. Constitution saving throw. Come
You have a
on.
D12 to add.
Oh.
Good see. You do take 24 points of damage though, but between the lot of you, you will be able to finish this last mummy before it gets to its turn again. Nice. So, Cohen says this word, and the moment he does, like this just happens, and you all spring to action, and within like a minute, you just dismantle these fucking zombies. And I can just see like Gary's already being up there, you know, kind of just straightening, dusting himself off of the mummy's shit, and going at doing whatever it is that he was gonna do.
Let's not touch anything or say anything without provocation
Oh,
from now on.
Oh, you said
I'll
provocation. Nice. No.
Stop. I'll stop. I'm not gonna speak anymore.
No nouns.
Going to the northwest snake statue.
Yep.
How big is the tunnels to these different rooms?
As big as they are, like tool-wise, some.
'Cause I'm pretty big.
foot-ish. Yeah,
And I can't
this
go
one.
smaller.
This one you can, but
Okay.
the other ones you can't at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah,
Two
I got like
sarcophagus,
hands and knees to get in.
2 scarabs, which checks out.
Mm.
2
Two
snakes.
snake statues, green lamp.
Right. The lamp should be in the northwest statue.
Make me an investigation, please.
But don't touch the cause
Garb.
Cohen, do you...
What's
I
it
seem to
called?
remember you knowing Mage
Sarcophagus.
Hand.
Thank you.
You...
Oh, he's trying not to say the word. Ah, smart. Smart. Don't trigger the
I
trap.
know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It takes you some time to find the lid to this statue, but once you do, you kind of remove it, and inside, resting on a like nice red silken pillow almost, is this green lamp.
I pick up the pillow.
The pillow does not seem to be pick-upable.
Cohen, you... Remind me, do you know the spell Mage Hand?
It was Morgan that did.
Well,
Quite the predicament.
Did you just say pick upable?
Yeah, pick-upable. And
The answer to a
I
riddle
can't
of
pick
mine.
that up.
do you remember what Reggiani said?
Don't rub it. What does rub mean, though? Are we not allowed to touch
no.
it? Are we not?
Oh, he didn't say that. He said about who should pick it up for you guys to get into the treasure room.
No,
Yep.
whoever had the key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
I mean,
Eli will
you
see
could
you
probably
struggling
toss
to
the
find the
key.
lid.
But
Go over and pick it up.
Don't rub it.
I really
Oh.
want to rub it.
yeah, you do. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
No!
please.
No,
With
Yeah.
disadvantage.
Yes, I want to fail
With
this.
disadvantage.
no.
I mean,
Oh,
no. Okay, so like, look, if
I mean,
Eli
I
would
do.
want, okay,
Eli
you do.
doesn't
Okay.
want to rub it.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Luke really wants to rub it.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Luke, get
Make
your
the
shit
save.
together. I ain't going
I
down
wanna
for
see
this.
Beanie. Come on, guys.
So, wisdom
not
saving
rubbing
throw.
it.
With disadvantage.
That's
Come
shit.
on.
No,
I only
he said
heard
just-
rubbing the lamp.
Okay. With that, we're gonna leave today's session.
Oh no! Oh no!
As Eli
Yes.
looks at the
Yes.
lamp,
Oh.
this beautiful green color
you.
spreads into his eyes, and he just
gonna rub it.
hears inside his mind, "Rub it."
I'm gonna rub it.
And you guys see how his hands start. And the thing is that Garrus has started walking away. Christopher started turning around. And the only one that's probably looking at the moment is Navin coming crawling
Yeah.
in on his
Yeah,
hands.
seeing like, oh.
Well, I mean, I've been looking at him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
you're 30 some foot away. So, yeah. And he has his hands here.
Oh,
and
God.
he's about to rub it.
Yeah, just like a boo.
Oh, nice. Cool. So, with that, we'll see what
I'm
happens.
so fucking happy about this. This is
next
the best
week.
outcome. Oh my god, I'm so fucking happy.
Oh, and I mean, the best part is
Eli's going to be so wound up and annoyed with himself, but
Oh, you
I'm
think?
buzzing.
I love that even without the disadvantage from just touching it, you would have still failed it by just
Yeah.
looking at it.
Oh my god. All right. Yeah, we're gonna raid them, Ian. All right. Thank you so much for sticking by, and thank you for the subs and
Thanks, everyone.
the little follow. We liked it. And tomorrow we're gonna stream my game of Champions and Demons, so on this channel. So make sure you check that out. And have a good week, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
See you in a
people.
month.
See you on the flip side.
Awkward. Wait. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. Bye.